All your radio podcasts and music. Free never sounded so good.
Destination reached. Tarantula Hill Brewing, Thousand Oaks.
Here we are at Tarantula Hill Brewing in Thousand Oaks, the fourth stop on the 10th annual Petros and Money Summer Tour. Today, Petros and Money bring your shot to win $10,000 to the Conejo Valley. $10,000. Join us at Rockin' Brews or stream the show live on Facebook and YouTube.
3-camera shoot
at AM 570 LA Sports. Now, here they are, joined by the people.
Live mics.
Papadakis and Matt Money Smith.
Solo voy con mi pena, sola va mi condena. Correré mi destino para burlar la ley. Perdido en el corazón de la grande Babilón.
Intent is meaningless without action.
Going it out, Vic. Petros and Money live in the 805. Oh, it's great to be at Tarantula Hill Brewing in Thousand Oaks. Plenty of seating available, even though it is a packed house inside. Picnic bench style seating, share tables.
And it's a nice day outside.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
We got the patio open. We have the show pumping through speakers on the outside. We got plenty of prizes to give away, but most importantly, it is a Flex Alert P. We are starting early. Alert. 2 o'clock till 5:30. Dodgers on Deck will start early prior to the Galpin Motors broadcast booth. First pitch at 7 o'clock because we got a very special evening tonight. The Fernando Valenzuela number retirement ceremony.
Yeah, it's Fernando night at Dodger Stadium.
We'll carry it right here.
I guess it's Fernando weekend at Dodger Stadium. So Tim Cates will be right here all the way from 5:30 to 7, carrying Morongo Casino, Dodgers on Deck. Another big point of interest that Matt pointed out earlier.
It speaks to what a jerk I am.
Is these guys building the Papa Shot thing out here.
I cannot get enough of it.
Hi, guys.
I cannot get enough of it.
And which is okay because it's not like there's people trying to sit out there. There seems to be some seating in that area that people, when they arrive, when the show actually is supposed to start at 3 o'clock, will be able to sit there. But
the looks of confusion between the two of them. One's holding up the Allen wrench, and the other one's like holding up his own Allen wrench. I don't know. And then they're shaking the rim like, I don't know. That doesn't feel strong enough yet.
And is that Jeff and the Chucks? And he's like, he was like texting for help with one arm and holding it up with the other arm.
They have the paper instructions splayed out there in the cardboard box.
Yeah.
And they're like jumping from step one. Do we have any handy men or women, handy women,
come
handy
on, we're
men?
in Thousand Oaks. Look at that guy.
Like, is there anyone that, perhaps that is your profession?
Check out the beard on James Longstreet there.
Exactly,
get out there and help everybody out.
Just get out there and maybe, if you don't mind, provide a helping hand and sort of see exactly what's going on.
What I want to understand is, A, what is that for? Is that a promotional thing with the sports court people?
So that's our friends at Sports West Construction
but they
and Sport
don't do
Court.
Papa Shot, right? They do like real basketball courts.
Well, now wait a minute. If you're in that particular neighborhood down there in Downey, okay, maybe that little secret nook in the greater Long Beach or Downey area.
You're talking about Midget Town.
Exactly right.
Yeah, I just used the M word.
That's it. Show's over.
Oh, can I go home now?
Show's over.
How long is it going to take me to get there?
I believe the Papa Shot will help deliver 40 tickets. Is it 20 pair? That's the plan.
Okay.
So 20 pair of tickets going to be given away out there for the game Wednesday against the Brewers. That way our whole commercial break isn't populated with us giving away a ton of tickets.
And so at some point, that's going to be done, and you're going to be able to win tickets. I mean, it doesn't look anywhere near completion
We're going to take odds on whether or not it's done by 5:30 when we're on.
I have little faith.
As do I. They've now switched sides. Jeff has now moved to the opposite side. Like, you know what? Why don't I give this side a go? Let's see if I can get this ring to work.
This is going to be an amazing thing to document throughout the show. and we will
Oh, here we
watch
go. We
it.
got the cam, by the way. Thank you, Wacko. Has now managed
Wacko's out there. Okay.
We got a so the stream.
We are streaming, everybody.
Yes, the stream is available on YouTube and on Facebook at the AM 570 LA Sports YouTube stream, the Facebook stream. So if you aren't blessed to be here in our presence, and more importantly, the presence of the fine people of Tarantula Hill Brewing, you can watch the struggle.
I don't know
the impossible.
I'm not really sure what it is at this point. Is that Miles going out there to see what's going on?
He's getting a look now.
So now, okay, it's really something to see. There's a whole bag of stuff with screws and all kinds of stuff.
This is Caltrans-esque.
It really.
This is like now the fifth guy has made his way with the vest on.
Yeah.
He's going to kind of start looking around. What do we got going over here?
We should get some orange vests. But anyway, that's going on, and we will document that on the stream as people file in here to the Tarantula Hill. We are hopeful because we are flexed back, so we have to play hopeful music and news. We have to go through all this stuff.
Hopeful music at noon. Hopeful music at noon.
Oh, yeah.
We're hopeful our sponsors are getting their just due, like Tarantula Hill Brewing here. What a beautiful place.
Isn't this great?
Sweet James Bergener. If you're hurt in an accident, call the winning attorneys at 800-9-million or sweetjames.com.
Isn't this great?
I know one of the guys from Barry's Cigar Club, Sticks, is here.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Sticks is here?
No, the cigar club is called Sticks.
Oh, I thought his nickname was Sticks, and he's like 6'6",
No,
so everybody calls him Sticks.
No, just a normal-looking guy, and Barry is on his way here.
Beautiful.
If you need tickets to a concert or sporting event, let Barry hook you up at barrystickets.com. Chef Merito, Lauren's going to be here. We know that for a fact.
Do we know? Will there be a basket in tow? Will there be a basket of spices in tow?
It feels like these guys are dealing with bigger fish to fry.
Oh, there's a basket.
How's the stream? How's the stream? The stream's up. How's the basketball court?
Well,
down.
They just rolled out a putting green.
Oh, okay.
So, hey, we got a putting green now.
I mean, but it looks like a failed team building event.
Right, exactly right.
For like a commercial real estate firm that's seen better times. That's all. We in here, though, are a thriving sports talk radio show on the AM dial. Son of a bitch.
What a time to be alive.
Exactly right.
And to hold this job.
That time is a Frogman Friday.
Frogman.
The ocean is more ancient than the mountains.
Frogman.
And freighted.
Frogman.
With the memories and dreams of time. On a Frogman Friday, though we are landlocked here in the Conejo Valley, it's not hard to get over the mountains and to the Pacific Ocean.
Frogman loves his mother. Frogman loves your stew.
And on a Frogman Friday, Matt and I celebrate the great Pacific Ocean and those that keep us safe from it. Lifeguards and Coast Guard and the Navy. And G.I. Jane, one of the greatest Navy SEALs of all. Yeah, Demi Moore, yeah.
That's dirty pool. Dirty pool.
Some guy texted me yesterday. He's like, I'll take you guys down to Coronado. You want to see what real SEAL training is and why a female could never make it and why that movie is inaccurate. And I said, hey, man, don't be jealous of G.I. Jane just because she was 5'2" and could bang out one-arm push-ups and carry Viggo Mortensen to safety through a terror-ridden Middle Eastern country. Yeah, Libya. Yeah.
If you suspend logic, G.I. Jane's a pretty fun movie.
She didn't ring out, man, like the rest of those guys. Love G.I. Jane. We celebrate her on a Frogman.
Over the skin-tight rubber suit.
Who's gonna go home and shave their head like that guy and do one-arm push-ups and shower naked in a dark, shadowy shower while Viggo Mortensen with his creepy molester mustache looks on and looks at your firm ass in the beautiful water cascading down.
For shame.
What a movie! Yeah, you're gonna do it. Now who here?
That was pretty great.
Who here?
I'm gonna do it.
That's right, you are, sir. You know why? 'Cause you're a patriot, not like Tim Cates, a communist.
Hates the states, Cates.
Hates.
Yeah,
the
boo, Tim
states.
Cates, boo.
Somebody sent me a text.
Hates the states, Cates.
Somebody was like, you guys can make fun of Cates, make fun of his pelvic region, say that he's got no legs, say that he's got no shins, but he draws the line when you say that he's a communist.
Hey, listen.
I'm sorry.
Faith, family, and the USA, that's what I stand for.
Who's doing the 13-5? Is it the 805 zone Don McClain?
We got to do C-Hunt first.
Oh, yeah, well, C-Hunt. So
we got to do that.
Mike Nelson, played by Lloyd Bridges in C-Hunt.
I knew the voice, but I'd almost forgotten the face.
It's me, Cougar Norris. Hey, Cougar.
Cougar Norris, a juvenile delinquent who straightened out a year ago. I'd helped with the straightening. He had been around for months. How come today?
Hi, Cougar.
Hey, Cougar.
Hey, Cougar.
Yeah, Cougar.
It's like great to see you. Yeah, same here. How's everything? How's the world been treating you? Oh, no sweat, no sweat. Hey, what I made the scene is you're birding into a Louisville like now, huh? You're gonna have to play it over again for me, boy. Crazy. You're flying to Hawaii tomorrow, right? Oh, yeah. Thanks for the translation.
Thanks for translated.
All right, Ronnie, who do we got?
What are you, nuts?
Hey, Don McClain.
You got to get that stuff to Florida. You know what that's like these days?
What is our sound guy, like 1,000 years old? Oh, there we go.
He was napping.
You got Frogmen.
After eating my pizza.
You got EC2s with the satellite tracking stuff. You got the freaking Bell 209 assault choppers up the ass. We are losing 1 out of every 9 loads. No duck walk anymore. Let me tell you. Forget about money. What do you suggest that is reasonable?
Only C-Lab, and then we'll be done.
You're looking for me. You better check under the sea, 'cause that is where you'll find me, underneath the C-Lab, underneath the water. C-Lab at the bottom of the sea.
All right, you know where we are. We're in Thousand Oaks. We're at Tarantula Hill. For those of you that know that the show starts at 3, you're wrong today. It started at 2 because of Fernando Mania, and Tim Cates will take you up to that point. Before we get to the introduction of the area and the area code in the Conejo Valley, it is important to know that the prizes that you're all waiting to receive.
The prizes are plenty, P. The prizes are plenty.
Are there more prizes or more promotional guys putting together the Papa Shot thing out there, which does not look any closer?
Yes. Miles, when you break out some vice grip pliers, I know things are going horribly wrong. It's not Miles. I can't see outside.
Ty.
It's Ty.
That's Ty.
There we go, Ty.
Well,
say Ty.
Either
you like to tie me up with your ties?
Either way.
When you break out vice grip pliers, Ty, bad things are about to happen.
Great
yes,
prizes.
Great prizes. Here's what we got. Well, first of all, once they get the Papa Shot put together, 40 Dodger tickets for Wednesday's game.
Okay.
20 pair.
Do we have an alternate plan, a plan B, if perhaps the Papa Shot is not assembled in time?
I think it's the putting green.
Okay.
The Space Invader-like putting green is
cool.
what will determine whether or not you win tickets. Inside, here's what we have inside. 3 pair of tickets to see George Lopez at the Greek Theater Saturday, August 26th. There we go. We love George Lopez. We have got 2 pair of tickets.
Really? I mean, I'm glad you're excited, but I didn't expect that level of excitement from anybody about anything.
I hope you win.
It was like an electric shock went through your body. Like, George Lopez, you must love sitcoms.
We do have 2 pair of tickets to Mexican Heritage Night, Tuesday, against the Brewers at Dodger Stadium. WBC Team Mexico-inspired jersey included with ticket pack.
Wow, okay.
Pre-game festivities in Center Field Plaza.
You get to be one of those people where you're at the game in your cool Mexican jersey and somebody comes up to you and goes, "Oh my God, did you get that just for coming to the game?" And they say, "No." You get to say, "I bought the package."
Right.
The special jersey package that you don't have.
You can't buy this.
Yeah, that's like having the wristband to the more special club in Las Vegas. You'll be the source of envy.
We will have musical performances. We won't. They will. Food, a Taco Tuesday. Eslaban Armado will be participating. This is all the stuff you get.
All Mexican Heritage Night.
And I thought they were going to throw out the first pitch. No. Eslaban Armado will throw out the first pitch. All right, we have field. We said we were going to have premium seats. We have got field level tickets for this Sunday's Dodger game And as you mentioned, P.
Now, I know there's one person out there that feels like those tickets should be mine. They belong to me, and they will continue throughout the show with a tremendous sense of entitlement.
And they are who?
Toward those tickets. You can't really tell until you start to give them away. And when Matt starts to do the raffle, and those people stand up like this is my moment to shine, and almost 99.9% of the time, they don't win it.
We read the tickets one number by one number.
Yeah, well, you
and
do.
And when they are now out, yes, they show great anger and frustration.
A lot of frustration, yeah.
So field level tickets for this Sunday, that is Fernando 1981 World Series replica ring night. So that's what's going on Sunday. You got field level tickets there. We have one pair of tickets to the iHeart Radio Music Festival, September 22nd and 23rd, along with...
That sounds like a to-do.
Our 2-night hotel stay at an MGM Resorts destination, a $100 gas card to pay for your fuel on that road trip, and an MGMResorts.com food and beverage credit. So all of that is one package. Please visit MGMResorts.com today to plan your dream Vegas getaway to your favorite MGM Rewards destination. And of course, is anybody here blind? Do we have anyone that is blind yet?
And don't go blind yourself in the bathroom.
No.
We don't want anybody doing that.
All right, nobody that's blind yet.
It's not worth the TV, but we preferably like to give away the 65-inch Westinghouse television to a blind person like we did many years ago.
In Fullerton.
In Fullerton at the Slide Bar, which is now closed. If we don't have a sightless person here, we will reluctantly give it to somebody that can see.
That's the truth.
But if you
But we prefer not to.
We would prefer that somebody is blind would come and get the TV, please.
Oh, look at him. He's like, I think this is the right bag.
Yeah, this is...
Wait a minute. No?
It doesn't seem to be going any faster.
So we are giving away that 65-inch 4K Ultra HD TV. And then, on top of all that, we have confirmed that Lauren is going to arrive with a basket of spices.
Okay, cool.
That's going to be given away. Barry's going to arrive with his golden ticket. That will be given away as well. And as I forgot, and you have to scan the QR code to register. The QR code is where? Dave Weiss, Tim Cates. QR code is right here? All right, so right here to my right, scan that QR code to register to be one of the finalists from this location to win $10,000. We'll be giving that away at our next event. So $10,000 grand prize. Make sure you scan, thank you, the barcode, or the QR code, I should say, and register to win. And here's the other thing. We'll have 10 finalists total. Each of the 10 finalists will win something. One of them, of course, will win the $10,000. One of them will win a trip for two. How about this?
Yeah, I mean, I was waiting till you got to this, Matt.
Should I go from the top down? Because it's kind of like...
I don't know, Matt.
All right. A trip for two to Hawaii. And vans for a year. 12 pairs total. How about that?
Wow.
Okay. You think that's pretty great?
Like a Fruit of the Month club, but it's vans.
We also have a Rock and Brews VIP gift card good for 1 year of free food at any Rock and Brews location in Southern California. So you get a year of food from Rock and Brews. We got a Dodgers suite for 10. This season at a 2023
it seems like there's
game.
more prizes than people.
My God, this is going to be at this will be at our grand finale. A 57-second shopping spree to the Dodgers clubhouse store. Yes. 2 Dodgers dugout tickets and preferred parking to a mutually agreed.
We can't read all these prizes throughout the show. We're not going to have a show.
No, this is just going to be, this is going to be given away.
This is a plethora of prizes.
2-night stay at an MGM Resorts property, $100 credit. Barry's Tickets golden ticket. Disneyland private party tickets for 4 and a 65-inch TV. So all of our finalists will win something. You won't have to walk away all awkward when you don't win the $10,000. So that is what we got going on here. Tarantula Hill Brewing in Thousand Oaks, 244 Thousand Oaks Boulevard, right off the 101 freeway at Moore Park. We haven't even set up the show, Pete.
No, Matt, we got Jeannie Buss coming on in the next hour. Jeannie Buss will be here. Jeannie with a big weenie, likely on the 101 freeway right now, headed our way to discuss the Lakers offseason and being an owner of one of the most illustrious, famous sports franchises of all time. An owner will be here. Then The favorite son of the 805, one of the greatest athletes in the history of this area, the great Don McLean, will be here, a legend in the Westlake, Moore Park, Simi Valley,
baseball, barbecues, and golf.
Newberry Park, Thousand Oaks area. Lauren from Chef Benito.
With her spice basket.
I mean, if she comes on, she better bring the spices, right, Matt?
She can't get on the air.
Yeah.
Did you bring your spices?
And we were efforting Jonas Knox, but he's floating around town. I don't know what the hell he's doing. But Ronnie, if you could give me the organs there, Ronnie. We have been in the water with the Sharks before, here in beautiful Thousand Oaks.
Yeah, been in the water with the Sharks before?
We have. We've been here before. It was February last time we were here. It feels like it wasn't that long ago, but it was. Tarantula Hill Brewing Company, a place. Now, Tim, I don't want to get this wrong. Is it you that suggested Tarantula Hill Brewing Company? Is it David Vassay that suggested Tarantula Hill Brewing Company? Is it Sam Zia that suggested Tarantula Hill Brewing Company?
We got a consensus there.
Because there's a lot of people that want to take credit for this.
And I understand why they'd want to take credit. This place is great.
Finding and cultivating our relationship. They've even made a sweet Andre Ethier beer. They've
Walk
made
Off
a
Blonde.
Coupe IPA. All these awesome things. It's always gratifying to see the different people that come see us here in Alta, California, to be part of the community of great sports talk. And we have never, let it be said, driven all the way up here only to do a 3-hour show. The last time we came here, we did 4 hours. And this time, our favorite flex back.
Oh, yeah. 2 to 5:30.
3.5-hour AM talk radio show, which all of you, it is now setting in that you are here to watch an AM talk radio show that goes on for 3.5 hours.
But balloons. But
we have a balloon arch.
Balloons.
And we have a tremendous effort going on with a Papa Shot backboard. That does not matter. It does not seem to have been.
It looks exactly the same as it did.
Oh, wait, no, there's a structure. A structure has been erected.
Look at this. Oh, now it's not. Now it's off the structure.
Oh, God.
Oh, boo.
So we're here, and of course, Henry the Horse dances the waltz, and Tim Cates will have Dodgers on deck, and the Fernando ceremony all the way until 7 o'clock. So you're all in for a lot of talk radio. Lucky you. Now, as we were just here back in February, we have too recently discussed the origins of Thousand Oaks. But just as a quick reminder, the people here originally, Shoemash, and Matt and I are no stranger to giving our donations to the Shoemash.
100% right.
We did a show there overnight with Huey Lewis in the news before he went down.
We had a private sit with a birthday cake and Huey Lewis. It was something.
He had a hard time understanding what we were doing.
It was a Dave Weiss concoction. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a birthday cake and we're going to sing happy birthday to Huey and he's going to be in the back room with you guys.
It was awkward, but a great memory now.
Yes. And I'll never forget the way that blue hair looked at you when you gave her the set list. That was given to you by the cameraman.
I could have had her right there.
You really could have.
In front of my fiance.
Right there. She'd have been yours.
We've talked about the Norwegian colony that died out during a diphtheria epidemic. Remember that? There used to be a Norwegian guy and a few families that came out here, but the doctors were too far in Los Angeles, and all their children died, like 8 of the 10 of them.
It's unfortunate.
They're pretty bummed out, but the streets still bear the names of the Olson and Peterson families here in Thousand Oaks.
Oh, round of applause there, Olson Peterson.
I think they had a weird red light district, too. And we have also too recently discussed the Jungle Land USA part of Thousand Oaks' history that attracted Hollywood producers and put T.O. on the map 100 years ago in the 1920s. We know that hundreds of movies were made here, Matt, from Elvis is Great, where he plays a half-breed Native American caught between the white man and his people, in Flaming Star, shot right here in Thousand Oaks, or Dukes of Hazzard.
Right here.
Right here in Thousand Oaks.
Just some good old boys, never meaning no harm.
Stars and Bars, and you thought they were in the South? No, they were right there. Thousand Oaks, right by Kowloon. The shores of Iwo Jima.
That's a big one.
Was not the shores of Iwo Jima. It was Thousand Oaks, all made here in the beautiful Conejo Valley under the watchful eye of the Topa Topa Mountains. Yes, ma'am, I know you appreciate those mountains. It is a great setting, Matt.
Or the shores of Iwo Jima, maybe.
Yeah, well, and we're very happy to be here. Hey, who are we reserving that for? There's people looking for spaces.
Look who's going out now.
Oh, no.
Hey, you guys gonna finish this or you need some help? I'm out here. Come on, Top. Bring it in. Come on, Top. Give me a hug.
The Duke of Sport is gonna help you out.
Give me a hug. Hey, the Duke's here too. You need some help?
I know you guys are having a hard time.
I got a socket wrench in my pocket.
Don Martin is here, our boss.
There he is.
Everybody's happy. Tim Cates is here. We have our whole crew, and the stream is on YouTube. So we're gonna have a great show. We're launching from 2 o'clock all the way until 5:30. Thank you, Ronnie, for the carousel organs to celebrate the 805.
Get your raffle tickets. We're going to start giving away prizes right away. Jeannie Buss is going to be here in a half hour. Traffic permitting. Don McClain in the 4 o'clock hour. Be sure to pick up some delicious beer, whether it's the Walk-Off Blonde, the Coupe IPA, the Petros and Money 10th anniversary beer is available as well. So get something to take home, get something up on the draft, and enjoy yourself. Settle in and share your tables. Be sure if you see somebody walking around looking for a place to sit, you welcome them. It's a Petros and Money community.
Yeah, nobody wants to be outside watching these guys try to...
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Square peg and round hole for 2 hours.
We're going to be here till 7 o'clock. Us till 5:30. Tim Cates carrying the Fernando Valenzuela number retirement ceremony from 5:30 until 7. We'd love to see you. It's Tarantula Hill Brewing in Thousand Oaks, right off the 101 at Moore Park.
Clear, guys.
Need cash fast and tired of being crushed by debt? Let our friends at Longmar help you out. Turn your car into cash and keep driving it with an auto title loan from Longmar. You can get $2,500 to $10,000 or more cash the same day. Even if you have no credit or bad credit, you can still qualify. All it takes is your paid off or almost paid off vehicle as a form of guarantee. Any car, any year, it doesn't matter. To get started, submit your info and instantly find out how much cash you can get with a super easy process. Longmar is so fast and easy. I will recommend them to my family. So if you're going through an emergency and need cash today, let my friends at Longmar help you out.
1-800-LONEMART. Hey, Dodger fans, you can stream the game anywhere you are on the iHeart Radio app.
I'm listening.
Tell your smart speaker, play AM 570 LA Sports on iHeart Radio.
The home of the Dodgers.
PMS Summer Tour coming to your backyard.
It will be all over the beautiful Southland.
And you can experience the whole thing live, on air, or watch it on YouTube.
It's the 10th annual PMS Summer Tour.
Coming to a town near...
The best way for me to do fish on the grill is to just make sure that your grill is nice and oiled down and clean. You also want to have medium heat. Just put your skewers down. So from here, I always like to use the Chef Merito seasonings. Flavors that Chef Merito seasoning gives just pop. You know, I'll have you plate this one.
Oh, all right, let's give this a try.
Oh, not over seasoned, not under seasoned. You taste the fish, you taste the freshness. Oh. It's light. I gotta have more. I'm gonna get in here too.
So if you're hurt in an accident, call Sweet James, 800-9-million.
This is Sweet James. I'm on my way.
Just keep it moving. Just keep it moving.
Whoa, you ran all the way over here for me?
Of course.
My team and I will take it from here.
Call the attorneys at Sweet James, 800-9-MILLION.
Papa Shot machine is coming up like the pyramids of Egypt. We have so many prizes to give away. It took us 20 minutes just to read the list. It was like the Dead Sea Scrolls.
A lot of prizes.
And we didn't even give anything away during the break?
No, we didn't. We were busy watching the Papa Shot continue to be crafted. It is yet to be finished.
Thank you for being here, everybody. Jeannie Buss is here.
Yeah,
she's going to join us.
She's here. Look at that.
In the next hour. And right now, and you know that promo that says, 10 years. Yes, this is the 10th year of the Petros and Money Summer Tour. But Matt and I have been on the air for about 17.
This is year 17.
Yeah, 17 years. So.
She's only 17. Winger wants a piece of us.
Yeah, don't shave off 7 years, all right?
Exactly right.
It's been a 10-year summer tour, and maybe this will be the last year. This could be our second to the last tour. Yeah, it could be.
Could be. We could be fired tomorrow.
It could be, or Matt and I just might go full hermitage and just not do it next year. You never know, I mean, look, our company always turns down the opportunity to make money. They won't put Matt and I out there. We won't be.
I'm sensing facetiousness.
We won't be at BJ's all fall tap dancing like Mr. Bojangles.
That's the truth.
He jumps so high.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Jump so high.
We'll see you this football season.
All right, it's time.
Quick one.
For the top story of the day.
We'll get a quick one in here.
Story of the day.
Fernando Mania tonight out at Dodger Stadium. I know we're all very excited about that. That's why we're going to carry it right here. On the home of the Dodgers, AM 570 LA Sports.
We brought the flavor of the Latin community to the white people of Thousand Oaks with Fernando Mania.
That the truth?
That's the truth.
Why do you think I wore this shirt?
We can't wait to celebrate Fernando, his dominant 1981 regular season, the Dodgers World Series victory, and our dear friend Oral Hershiser. And it got me thinking, Pete, about this particular installment as this Dodgers team through the course of the regular season is now pulling away from the rest of the National League West.
And you're becoming a believer, Matt.
Well, here's the one thing we have that
Just
is
like
now being presented to them.
You saw her face.
I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Thank you, Neil. I appreciate that. What I'm saying is it's all in front of them. These guys are sitting in the dugout, right? And they're watching Fernando be celebrated. And they're watching Oral Hershiser be celebrated for that dominant streak in 88, a record that will never be broken, a scoreless inning streak. And Fernando, who, as we detailed with Steve Sachs yesterday, had, at 20 years old, the guy ended up throwing 8 complete games, 5 of them complete game shutouts. He won the Cy Young. They won the World Series.
I remember it, Matt. I remember those days. I remember everybody a little bit, even more so because there was less, media. I mean, right now.
Well, there was less to focus on,
right.
So it was the focus of the world.
Right. I mean, right now we watch Shohei Ohtani when he pitches. Like, we watch those games and we watch when he bats.
Pitched last night.
Fernando Mania was like that times 4 billion.
Right.
I mean, it was huge. It was everywhere.
It was This Week in Baseball. They would lead with Fernando every single show on Saturday with Harvey Callis as the narrator. What did Fernando do this week? It was
former PMS guest, Harry Cow.
It was an incredible time to be alive. But what I'm saying is, last night Kershaw gets on the mound. And what do we hear from Joe Davis and Oral Hershiser? This is not a man that sits idly by when he's not able to make his start every 5th day. No, Clayton Kershaw, after having pitched for the last, 15 years, decided to add a changeup to his arsenal during his time off since June 27th. That's the kind of competitor that Kershaw is. And maybe, just maybe, with the celebrations of Oral Hershiser, of Fernando Valenzuela,
inspiring to the others.
I'm thinking they're like, you know what? These likely, I'm going to go ahead and Chick Hearn-esque put this one in the refrigerator. You may not like it, but the Dodgers are going to win their 10th division title in the last 11 years. At the conclusion of this season.
It's August 11th,
as
David.
They are now pulling away. Maybe they realize, you know what? I don't think we're having these sort of ceremonies for guys that win a bunch of division titles. I don't think they're having these ceremonies for making it to the World Series in 2017 and losing to the Astros in 2019 and losing to the Red Sox, winning it in 2020, June the 3rd, Dave, June the 3rd. We got to punch our ticket this year so we get these kind of celebrations that Fernando's getting, that Oral Hershiser's getting.
You're saying they want to be part of the conversation?
I think they recognize the froth of the people in the stands, the excitement, the scheduling, the World Series rings, the Oral Hershiser scoreless streak. It's been so long that we've got to delve back into history and celebrate past accomplishments here in 2023, perhaps because the Dodgers team did not finish what they started. They weren't able to hoist that piece of metal, as Rob Manfred described it, at the end of a 162-game season.
No, they didn't do their jobs.
They didn't do their jobs. Now, they did it during the regular season. That thing almost went right into the street. Like the first shot that was attempted nearly ricocheted off the side of the rim and went into the street. You hit it on the head. Keep an eye on that, people. Make sure we keep a camera trained on that. There we go, and we do have one of our 3 camera shoots.
Where can we turn it to where it's not a danger to the people of Thousand Oaks?
I mean,
we can't turn it that way. It's going to hit Jeannie Buss.
We can't have that. Can't allow that to happen.
I mean, this thing is like, well, whose idea was this? Why is it even here?
I think it was Jeff's. That's my guess. What I'm getting at is our conversation with Ron Say. I bet those people were listening. I bet some Dodger players were listening to Ron Say. What about me?
I want to be bitter like that.
What about my war? What about me not being in the Hall of Fame?
I want to be angry with my ex-teammates like that.
As the Dodgers have loosened the grip on the retirement ceremony, whereby you do not have to be in the Hall of Fame anymore in order to find your place amongst the greats.
And that was a BS stipulation for years and years.
100% agree.
It should have happened 15 years ago.
Absolutely.
And Oral
Hershiser and Fernando.
Yeah, and Hershiser should retire it instead of the ring or whatever.
Absolutely. Same thing with Steve Garvey. Say, maybe we bring him back on. Find out. Kind of go through a couple more things with Ron Say.
I think we're going to need a little bit more convincing from the man himself.
Well, bring him on next week.
I would like to hear from Ron. I would like to hear from Ron.
Ron, how'd you like that Fernando ceremony? I do quickly before we get out of here.
Let me tell you what I thought about it.
I do want to point this out because I think that the 2020 Dodgers take a lot of incoming for June the 3rd and for winning a World Series in Texas, and everybody's awfully excited about this ceremony tonight. Understandably so. But I do believe it is only fair to point out the 1981 season was a very odd one, and it had a strike in the middle of it, and you took teams that were in first place in the first half and the team that was in the first place position in the second half, and they played each other, and it was a 110-game season, and it was a little bit different. So I'm just saying, if you're going to celebrate tonight, as I believe you should, let's make sure we celebrate those 2020 Dodgers as well, and we don't hold it against them that the rules were changed a little bit. The Cincinnati Reds, by the way, had the best record in the National League combined from the two halves, and they didn't even make the postseason because they did not win the first nor the second.
Well,
so it was a bit of an odd year.
It would be a lot easier to swallow if these modern day Dodgers could
punch their ticket this year.
Well, find a way to win a World Series.
Exactly right.
During a regular season, so we don't have to defend the June the 3rds and the 81.
May they be motivated by the festivities tonight. May they be motivated by Steve Garvey pushing those Hawaiian roll pulled pork sandwiches, and may they be motivated by Oral Hershiser and his scoreless inning streak. It seems as though many seeds are being planted for these Dodgers this year as a carrot that is dangling in front of them. This too could be yours. You too could have a celebration like this.
Freddie, what changed? Why did you guys win the 2023 World Series? I'll tell you, I felt it in my corazon. When they did Fernando Mania night, I went crazy. And that's why we won it all.
I thought about being a twinkle in my parents' eye. Wasn't born yet, but hey, Fernando Mania was in the air in the greater Los Angeles area. Yes, may this motivate all those Dodgers.
We'll see if it carries over. We're going to carry over to the next segment, and then after that, we're bringing on Jeannie with a big weenie. We are live from Thousand Oaks. Ty and company have erected the Papa Shot Monument.
Thank you, Ty.
I don't know why. I don't know why we did it.
Is Ty going to take a shot for us? See whether or not that thing works?
I see it getting in the way of like one of those Rivian cars, and that thing swerves into the tilted goat or whatever.
Look at that.
All right.
Oh, very George Gervin-esque with the finger. I thought that was going into the street.
you for listening, and thank you for being here.
Come see us.
And you can even stream on YouTube if you want to. The Petros and Money Show continues in our first hour, a flexed hour from Tarantula Hill in Thousand Oaks.
You know the question I get asked more than any other. Do you know? Let me tell you. I get asked two questions. One is, when are you retiring Fernando's number? And the second question is, why the hell haven't you retired Fernando's number? Well, let me explain why. As I said, when we got here, we really paid attention to the history, and that included honoring the policies that were in place. And one of those policies was, you all know it, that the only people whose numbers get retired, with one exception, are people who have already gotten into Cooperstown. And similarly, there was a policy that we're still not going to give his number out. So we honored that policy also. But from time to time, when the season's over, we get together, we sit down, we review our policies, and we see, is there time for a change? Is there a reason for a change? Can we make an exception? Should we make an exception? And so that's why I am really proud to announce today that this summer in 2023, we are officially and finally retiring Fernando's number. Fernando, number 34 is yours, will always be yours. No Dodger player will ever wear it again.
We are continuing to celebrate the great Fernando Valenzuela and his jersey retirement. Tonight is Fernando Valenzuela bobblehead giveaway night. And since breaking boxes is such a fascination on social media, how about we open up this Fernando Valenzuela bobblehead, a sneak peek into what the giveaway is tonight. El Toro on the back of the box. So here we go. I'm going to crack this one open. I'm going to do it very gently instead of just ripping it open like some people do. Petros usually eats the cardboard, but tonight I'm just going to take this out like this. Nice and easy. Here we go. First sneak peek at the great Fernando bobblehead giveaway. There it is. Oh, yeah, with that number 34. Oh, yeah, look, perfect. Boom, there it is.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Big stage.
When you want to talk LA sports, it's always been us.
Oh, baby.
With Dan Patrick at 6 a.m., Colin Cowherd at 9, Fred Rogan and Rodney Peete at noon, and Petros and Money at 3.
Go to the iHeart Radio app.
Nobody covers Los Angeles like us. Listen anywhere you are by telling your smart device, play AM 570 LA Sports on the iHeart Radio app. It's right here.
The home of the Dodgers.
Sabemos que va a estar picante, pero ojalá y valga la pena y nos enchilemos.
Estoy aquí con Julio Urias. Julio, hoy lo que tenemos es 3 tacos que vamos a probar. I've heard that you love spicy food.
Sí, a ver, la verdad me gusta bastante picante, pero pues esperemos que valga la pena, obviamente, el picante.
Today we got Chef Christine that's going to bring us 3 different tacos for us to try and to taste test and see who can handle the hottest taco.
So the first one we have is a carne asada taco.
Sí pica, pero sí se puede aguantar más todavía.
The second taco is a carnitas.
No, sí está picante, pero sí le va muy bien con las carnitas, la verdad.
The last one, that's going to be the spiciest taco. It's our al pastor taco with Chef Marito al pastor marinade, and on top of that is a lava salsa.
Perfecto, vamos a ponerle limón. Está picante. Bueno, pues ya probamos los tacos y la verdad sí estuvo un poquito picante, pero yo pienso que para hacer esto más divertido o más extremo, por así decirlo, tenemos que probar la salsa, pero con una cucharada.
Si te atreves, entonces.
Yo me atrevo, no sé tú, pero tú empiezas.
Yo empiezo, ¿cuál? La más picosa.
La que tú quieras.
Ok, pues esta. Your turn now. Your turn.
Se me acabó el tiempo. Nos vemos.
Matt Money Smith.
Well, an incredible crowd, an early arriving crowd, especially on a flex alert, 2 o'clock. They were already here. It is packed, but there is still plenty of room because of how Tarantula Brewing is laid out here in Thousand Oaks. Tarantula Hill Brewing in Thousand Oaks is where we are. It is right off the 101 at Moore Park. Wide open space, huge bar in the back, great beer. We could not be more excited to be here in the 805. And
has anybody won anything yet?
Not yet. We just wanted to make sure everyone had at least a raffle ticket, so we'll start giving away the prizes in the very next commercial break. But outside, yes, we mocked, we made fun of Jeff and friends.
I mean, it still looks weird.
They are open for business. So if you want to give yourself a shot at a Dodger game, there's more raffle tickets out there by the Pop-A-Shot, by the Putting Green, courtesy of Sports West Construction and our friends that do all the sports courts out here.
It still looks like the saddest corporate event ever.
Well, like team building in the cafeteria?
Yeah.
You know, we're going to break it up. All right, marketing, you're one team. Sales, you're one team.
We boiled some hot dogs for you guys.
So, well, maybe it's better than that, P, and the glass is preventing us from really feeling the vibes.
Well, we have a lot to give away.
We do.
I don't know if that has anything to do with it, though.
That's where all the Dodger tickets for Wednesday will be given away. So make sure you get out there and get yourself a raffle ticket, as long as you also get one for in here, so you have a chance to win all the great prizes that we're giving away.
You know, Matt, we got a little gentle pushback on the Secret Textoso.
line. Sold out to Mark Christopher Auto Center.
We got some love from Oral Hershiser, who is listening,
Oral.
the Bulldog. How about a round of applause for the great Bulldog?
Oh, what a broadcast.
On his way to call the game, a wonderful person and a great Dodger.
What a broadcast last night.
And we talked about the old Dodgers, inspiring the young Dodgers and all that, Matt. A very Pollyanna-like, positive view.
You know me. I want to stay positive. Hey, the Dodgers are playing great. Let's be positive. When the Dodgers are playing bad, we panic.
That's right.
That's right. Pollyanna, positive, panic when things are bad.
We're never right down the middle.
Never.
This comes from the Textoso, and it says, the Dodgers need to leave 88 in the gate, lock it, and throw the key away.
Oh.
Let these legends rest, for Christ's sake. They're tired of making these damn appearances and getting bombarded by old-timers' autographs. Not even the June the 3rd championship gets this type of attention.
It's fair.
Hey, you know that?
It's fair.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that
fair.
there.
That's father of two right there.
I mean,
hey, it's fair. That's why they got to keep going back to 88. 88 is not out the gate.
I mean, it is true.
There is joy in Mudville.
I was here in 88, and it was a huge deal. But it would feel kind of good if they won like a normal World Series.
We had a parade. We were able to cement those memories of a championship.
We sure were. And I have this Textoso that says, I'm at your show. Awesome day. Who are you, sir?
Who believes this is an awesome day?
661. I'm at your show. Awesome day.
There we go.
You had a guy come over and aggressively hug the other guy. You have the real aggressive guy over there. Yeah. Aggressive man at that table. We enjoy you.
He's the aggressive hugger?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, Jeannie's getting inundated over there. We need Dawn Martin to go save her and bring her up to the stage.
Oh, yeah. Kate, go get her.
And we're going to start with Jeannie Buss in the very next hour, Matt.
She'll be with us for the hour. Don McClain will be with us in the 4 o'clock hour. We're going until 5:30. This commercial break, we're going to start giving away these great prizes. It is not too late for you to come join us at Tarantula Hill Brewing, 244 Thousand Oaks Boulevard. We got the Berry's Tickets Golden Ticket, the Chef Marito Spice Basket. A big thank you to our friends at Lone Mart, lonemart.com. We're giving away the trip to Vegas from MGM Resorts, the TV, a bunch of Dodger tickets. Where's our guy at? Hey, we're giving away George Lopez at the Greek. He's fixated on Jeannie. Understandable. She's here. It's all right, young man. Lopez, giving it away in the commercial break. Come see us. We're here till 5:30.
Hi guys, this is David Peralta and this is Nice Tweets. We got here Hector Diaz. Dodgers need to have the train sounds effect at Dodger Stadium every time David Peralta hit a homer. I agree with that. They need to go there, choo choo, and not just me, and they gotta do it with everyone because they're all on board the freight train. You know, when we hit a homer or something, you see everyone doing the shoo shoo, you gotta do it. So Dodgers, take note.
What was it like the entire team kind of embracing the choo choo? Because they all do it now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, early before the season started, we were talking, hey, what we're gonna do for this year? You know, what's gonna be our sign and everything for hits and homer and everything. I'm like, you know what, guys? You guys need to get on board. Get on board a freight train. So, okay, we're gonna do the shoo shoo. And I'm like, they were like, yes.
The wait is over. Tonight, Fernando Valenzuela will have his number 34 retired among all the Dodger greats at 6 o'clock. So tune in then. Number 34 joins the legends down the left field line.
Petros Papadakis and Matt Money Smith.
All great and precious things are lonely.
Going it out, Vic, Petros and Money, AM 570 LA. I will tell her, Bert, Jeannie, will you please put the microphone right in front of your mouth, or Bert's going to keep looking at me and going.
Take it easy, Bert.
Will you put it in front of her mouth, please?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
You sound great. It's Petros and Money live at Tarantula Hill Brewing in Thousand Oaks. We would love to see you. There is still plenty of seating available. We just gave away tickets to Dodgers Mexican Heritage Night on Tuesday. We still have George Lopez tickets, field level tickets for Sunday's game, which is Fernando World Series replica ring night. We've got a Westinghouse 65-inch HD TV. We've got a trip to Las Vegas and 2 tickets to the iHeart Radio Music Festival, all still to be given away. We're here till 5:30, P.
Matt, we have our centerpiece here, festooned in a lovely outfit.
Oh, so summery.
And she is always shrouded with grace, beauty, forethought, and the hopes and dreams of the city of Los Angeles. That's the truth. The great Jeannie Buss, a dear friend of our show, the owner of the freaking Lakers, who shows up to our events and sees the people. She's done so many of these, we've almost lost count. It's about a half dozen at least that Jeannie has come out. A great offseason for the Lakers, a surprising run in the playoffs, and here she is on the Mountain View Chevrolet celebrity headset for you, the people, at Tarantula Hill. Jeannie, thank you so much for being here. How's it going?
It's so great to be here. Like, it really brings back a lot of memories. Back to, was it Brennan's?
Brennan.
Was that the first
Brennan's.
one?
Phil sat in the car. He refused to come in. We had turtle races going.
Yeah, that was 16.
Steve Sarkisian was popping Coors Lights.
I didn't know that was part of his thing. You know, we were like, wow, Coach Sark really likes to party.
He's throwing him back.
But yeah, that was about 17 years ago. Jeannie Buss came to one of our very first events in beautiful Marina del Rey, which is your home.
Right.
And that was a long time ago.
Sure was.
And we've done a few of these ever since.
That's right.
Matt and I have changed in that time.
Considerably.
But you have remained effervescent over the years, Jeannie. And we really do appreciate you coming out and doing this, because you don't do this kind of thing. What is it about this show? Why do you do it? Hell, we don't even have a Laker game.
You know,
we used to.
Yeah, we did.
We used to.
And this was our
We won
home.
a championship when we had the Laker
That's
games
right.
together.
That's right. And I love both of you for different reasons, but I love you both because love can take on different forms.
Yes, it can.
And so it's my pleasure to be here. I always have a good time. I get to meet fans, the people that come out and support you guys, and most of them are Laker fans or Dodger fans. So I love just chatting with people.
Well, we love having you. We can't thank you enough. You drove all the way out to Thousand Oaks. I mean, Jeannie has driven to Anaheim. She has driven now to Thousand Oaks. She comes by herself, drives herself, hangs out for an hour or so. We cannot thank you enough for doing it.
Think the guy from the Knicks is going to do that?
Exactly. No, what he's going to do is take a scan of your face and throw you out of his stinking arena. You don't have to comment on that. Let's start with this year, Jeannie. I would assume maybe a bit of a struggle through the regular season, but my goodness, what a rewarding playoff run. Was it a fun year for you?
I think, aside from the death threats I was getting, in social media, like early in the season. I mean, when you start the season, you always want to get that first win. And,
that's right.
It was
0-8
like,
or 10,
it was like 2-11 to start the season. And I was like, I'm not going to survive this. And it was, the optimism of Coach Darvin Ham and the way he kept the team, the spirits high, and they kept working. I really just so appreciated the turnaround. I think, it started with some of the trades in January when Rui Hachimura became a Laker. And then, of course, going into the trade deadline, Rob was able to kind of retool the roster. And bringing back D'Angelo Russell was kind of like a dream come true for me, And, so it was really not anticipated. I was just hoping to have a chance to be in the playoffs. So qualifying for the play-in tournament, like that made me happy. And then, the fact that we continued to win and that LeBron came back right before the end of the regular season and that he was able to, get back into playoff form. It really wasn't anything that I anticipated, but I sure enjoyed.
Something that we really look. LeBron is one of the greatest players ever to play basketball. But something that we brought up through the season is, Laker fans are so committed to this team. There is something about watching a young player emerge and develop, and we were fortunate to see that. Whatever era you want to talk about, whether it's Jerry West and Elgin Baylor, or Magic Johnson and James Worthy, or Kobe Bryant, and now it feels like you have a little. I'm not putting him on the level of those, but you do have a player that fans have really connected with in Austin Reeves, and he's got his own signature shoe now, and he got his big extension. It does seem like having that player was important for a team that really does have a lot of guys that have played in other places.
He was somebody that came in, and every opportunity he took and made the most of it. And it really wasn't, like you hope for the best when you bring in players to training camp, but he wasn't drafted, and he, just made a case for himself every chance that he could. And it doesn't seem that he's actually hit the ceiling yet, that every challenge thrown in front of him, he rises to. And I agree. I think that, the fact that he was called like Hillbilly Mamba or whatever his nickname was, it was kind of interesting to watch him take on that handle. But, the moment never intimidated him, and it just seemed to fuel him. And we know what that's like when we got to watch Kobe Bryant. That's kind of that Mamba mentality.
The great Jeannie Buss is here. Would Ballmer show up? No.
Heck no.
Would Kroenke show up? No. Not even the Greeks that employ Matt would show up at Tarantula Hill. But the great Jeannie Buss is here, and we're very proud to have her here. Now, Jeannie, you've been a wonderful person. Now, you've been involved with pro sports since before you were an adult. And it's very interesting because all of us that grew up in sports, in today's day and age, everything's a record-breaking contract. You guys just signed AD to a record-breaking contract. The revenue is record-breaking, the TV deals and all that stuff. You've dealt in macroeconomics a lot longer than any of us have, but is that a hard thing as the years have changed to really kind of get used to the amount of money being made and the amount of money you guys have to spend to make that money?
Well, what is great in the NBA is that the players are partners, and they're entitled to 50% of the revenue that comes in. And so as the revenue grows, so do the payments to the players, as it should. And that truly means that both sides are invested in making the game grow and bringing in more fans. And, I think our league has been ahead of the curve on that, especially in terms of, being partners with our players and looking at a player and not only just their playing career, but, the way that the NBA Players Association takes care of the former players by, instituting rules. The NBA has been a great role model in terms of the game. And for what, we're talking about right now, this weekend is the Hall of Fame, Basketball Hall of Fame, and Pau Gasol is being entered into the Hall of Fame this weekend, as he should, not only for his run with the Lakers, but also for what internationally he's accomplished. And, you know, there's a lot of talk this weekend. Tony Parker's going in as well. And, you know, how much that 1992 team, the Dream Team, that competed in Barcelona for Team USA, kind of changed the motivation for a generation that saw basketball and decided, instead of playing soccer or some other sport, that basketball really captured their imagination. So globally, the game of basketball will continue to grow as we expand into, we now are going into our third year of basketball league in Africa, and extending the borders and making the NBA, making basketball hopefully the #1 sport in the world.
So was thinking it might be worthy of its own segment, but you brought it up, so we might as well sort of get into it with Pau, because look, the Lakers were here when they won the title in 2009. 2008, of course, was the remarkable run. We know how that season started. Someone was asked to maybe preach a little patience. Let's see if we can work things out at the trade deadline. Pau arrives. All of a sudden, they make a run all the way to the NBA Finals, fall to the Celtics. But you never come from Spain to play the game of basketball. It's the reason why he's probably going into the Hall of Fame. That, along with his time with the Lakers. You did a big piece in the LA Times. I know you've talked about Pau extensively before, but anybody that had the great fortune of being around him, just one of the true gentlemen, kindest souls that you were ever around. What sticks out the most to you during Pau's time as a Laker, and what made him so special?
I think, when he joined the Lakers in, February of 2008, I remember Phil calling me and saying, after 3 days, because he joined the team on a road trip, and he said after 3 days he knows the triangle offense. He knows all of our plays. He knows. It's such a joy to coach somebody that has such a grasp for the game, and he just fit so perfectly with Kobe and what Phil wanted to accomplish with the team. And we never looked back. Once the trade was made, we made it all the way to the NBA Finals, but unfortunately kind of were deer in headlights when it came to playing Boston in the finals that year. And for Pau, I have to say that he had never been past the first round in his entire career.
He never won a playoff game.
Right. And so for him to come to the Lakers and then all of a sudden be in the NBA Finals, I think it was really, that adjustment was just too difficult to make. And, I think so mad because we lost in the finals, and to lose that opportunity.
It's not on you.
And I know, but it was, and the thing is that Kobe was kind of the same way, but he was able to go right into the Olympics.
Yeah.
And we all, saw what happened when USA played Spain.
Greatest gold medal game ever, yeah.
He was going to give Pau the message of, this is what you're going to show up to do. And he made sure, as Team USA won the gold that year, that, famously the story goes that when training camp started, Kobe hung his gold medal in Pau's locker just to make sure he had that inspiration going into that season. And sure enough, we were able to go pick right back up, get to the NBA Finals. It was magical.
Jeannie Buss is magical, and I bet you she likes the movie G.I. Jane. You ever see G.I. Jane?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Yeah!
G.I. Jane.
G.I. Jane's the best.
That's right.
All right, Jeannie Buss is going to do more with us in the very next segment. We're going to talk some more about the Lakers. We're going to talk about LeBron James. We're going to celebrate Pau Gasol. We're going to fight the feedback.
Fight the feed.
Petros and Money Show on AM 570 LA Sports, live from beautiful Thousand Oaks. Yes, the Conejo Valley, the 805. We've come to you, and you have come to us. And we'll be here all the way till 5:30, and then Tim Tates takes over. We're blessed with Jeannie Buss. We'll be right back after this.
It's the 10th annual PMS Summer Tour.
Coming to your backyard.
And we'll be all over the beautiful Southland.
And you can experience the whole thing live, on air, or watch it on YouTube.
It's the 10th annual PMS Summer Tour.
Coming to a town near you. From a secret off-site location, possibly in the Far East, possibly in Whittier. This is Vic the Brick Jacobs on the Petros and Money Summer Tour.
Petros and Money Show fans, feeling you as the great movable feast of great sports talk moves into Thousand Oaks 805. So sublime and a haiku for you. 10th anniversary of the summer tour and $10,000 up for grabs, but you gotta register to be in the mighty mix. The temple bell is gonging. 10K. That's a lot of sake. And now, let's go back to Tarantula Hill Brewery in Thousand Oaks, the Petros and Money Show, y'all. Yeah, it's the pink cowboy hat. Who knew?
Need cash fast and tired of being crushed by debt? Let our friends at Longmar help you out. Turn your car into cash and keep driving it with an auto title loan from Longmar. You can get $2,500 to $10,000 or more cash the same day. Even if you have no credit or bad credit, you can still qualify. All it takes is your paid off or almost paid off vehicle as a form of guarantee. Any car, any year, it doesn't matter. To get started, submit your info and instantly find out how much cash you can get with a super easy process. Longmar is so fast and easy, I will recommend them to my family. So if you're going through an emergency and need cash today, let my friends at Longmar help you out.
1-800-LONEMART. Hey Dodger fans, you can stream the game anywhere you are on the iHeart Radio app.
I'm listening.
Tell your smart speaker, play AM 570 LA Sports on iHeart Radio.
The home of the Dodgers.
So many great moments in Fernando Valenzuela's career, but here is my moment. 1986, the Midsummer Classic at the Astrodome. Fernando Valenzuela relieving the great Dwight Gooden. Fernando, by the way, had a better year than Gooden that season. Nonetheless, Fernando came into the game down 2-0 and proceeded to strike out 5 consecutive batters. Don Mattingly, Cal Ripken Jr., Jesse Barfield, Lou Whitaker, and fellow countryman Teddy Higuera. 5 consecutive strikeouts, tying Carl Hubbell's record, which was set in 1934. Fernando Valenzuela tying Hubbell's all-star record for the most consecutive strikeouts. That's my Fernando moment.
hosts, Petros Papadakis and Matt Money Smith.
Bienvenidos. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It's the one and only Petros and Money Show on a Frogman Friday, the Petros and Money 10th Annual Summer Tour. And we are live in beautiful Thousand Oaks, the 805, having the time of our life. And we'll be here all the way till 5:30 when Tim Cates takes over for Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck. It's going to be an extra long pregame show because not only is Pau Gasol being honored in the Basketball Hall of Fame in Massachusetts, but Fernandito and Fernando Mania is being remembered here because we've nothing to celebrate since the 80s.
So that, I think, brings us to, look, Fernando is going to have his number retired. Fernando's going to be put in the ring, the ring there at Dodger Stadium. But the Dodgers have always held the exact same position, Jeannie, that the Lakers have, which is you got to get into the Hall of Fame before your number is retired. As I'm going to move away from you, see whether or not it's my voice that's carrying. Just kind of walk people through sort of how, the Lakers' position, how you retire numbers, and maybe what would happen, because I just think of all the players whose numbers aren't retired because they're not in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
If you opened that door.
You know, that it's complicated because a lot of people don't understand, and there's so many popular players, like Derek Fisher and Robert Horry and Michael Cooper. It's difficult, but we kind of set that bar of Hall of Fame. And as people know, that you're not allowed to be, or you're not considered for Hall of Fame until you've been retired for 5 years.
Right.
So there's like this kind of, disconnect from the day of retirement until you go into the Hall of Fame. Except, in a couple cases, we've made exceptions. And one of them was Magic Johnson. And, when he had to retire because of HIV, we decided to retire his jersey right away. Then when he was able to make a comeback because, the rules changed and things evolved, we had to cover up his jersey so that he could wear it again. So, and then of course with Kobe, we made the exception because we knew as soon as he retired, there was no doubt he'd be voted into the Hall of Fame. And I'm so grateful that we were able to have that celebration and to retire both his numbers and, really have this moment where Laker fans could tell him how much they loved him, because I know that is one regret we don't have. Kobe knew how much we loved him. And but other than that, that really is the bar that we have set for Lakers, and that's why Pau's jersey was retired this year, because he was voted into the Hall of Fame.
You mentioned the Magic when I was this Lakers season ticket holder, Section 18, Row L, I think is what it was, at the Forum when Magic came back. Like, there are those strange regular season games. It's not an NBA Finals game. It's not a playoff game. But that you remember, you think about Kobe's last game, that Magic game, I think they're playing the Warriors, if I remember right.
Warriors.
And it just the energy in that, it was a very weird, like, what do you remember about that game? Because, there was so much energy walking out of the Forum that night after that contest and just during that game the entire time.
Well, it's like when somebody of that caliber retires, usually you have time to go, okay, this is going to be his last year and we can celebrate. But when Magic retired, it was so sudden and it just felt like we're not ready for this. He'd only been in the league 12 years, and that's a very short amount of time. So the idea that he was able to come back, it was so comforting, and that we were able to kind of just, have a celebration having him back. And, it wasn't the right fit, but for a moment in time, we were back where we were in Showtime.
The great Jeannie Buss is our guest live from Tarantula Hill, the Petros and Money Show, pushing forward all the way till 5:30. Now, a retired jersey is one thing, but a statue is a whole other thing. You know, you got to hire a sculptor, you got to hack something out of a mountain, and attack it.
Get the curtain with that.
Make it into a person. Yeah, pull the curtain. There's rumors of a Kobe statue. I wonder when the Jeannie Buss statue goes up, what kind of
should have gone up yesterday
with pants and a blouse or a nice dress. You wonder, what she'll be wearing. More complicated. With the guys, you just put them in there.
Sitting at the desk with all those trophies behind her.
With the guys, you just put them in their uniform, or chick is in a suit. But how involved are you in the statue world, Jeannie?
Well,
you go into the sculptor's place with all the dust and everything everywhere, like the Sistine Chapel?
Well, I have to blame Michael Jordan for this, because as we know, Michael Jordan very much copied by players after him, because he was such an inspiration. And when the United Center put a statue out front of MJ, then it was kind of like, wait a minute, we're building a new arena, formerly known as Staples Center. And it was like, we need a statue. And so we decided to go to the same artist that did the Michael Jordan statue.
Is that right?
Yes. And so he's in Chicago. So he's done all of our statues ever since. And, and you think, okay, well, there was nobody, as great as Magic, so there'd be one statue. But then as things have gone along, it's kind of like, no, wait a minute, we need a statue of Chick Hearn, and we need a statue of Shaquille O'Neal, and we need one of Jerry West, and we need one of Elgin Baylor. And I believe that as time goes on, there's going to be more and more statues in our future. And it's going to become kind of a place when you have friends who come from out of town and they want to experience what LA is like. You can take them to the arena, crypto.com arena, and take pictures with all the different statues. And I promise Laker fans there will be a Kobe statue, and there'll be an announcement when the time is right.
Is the time right now?
No.
Okay. I think that's a fair question.
No, it's fair
question.
That's a good follow-up.
Fair question.
That's why we've been doing this for so long.
And that's why I feel okay to answer you.
Seize the opportunity with the follow-up there.
Exactly right. What about, and listen, since you're in the business of not answering questions right now.
Oh, wow, Matt.
Come on, Jeannie.
Come on.
You're the governor of the Lakers.
Yes.
You go to the meetings.
Yes.
You sit across these other owners.
Yes.
Who do you not like? Is it still Dan Gilbert? Because I don't like him.
No, I like Dan Gilbert.
Do you like Dan?
we don't have that rivalry with, Cleveland.
When he forced everybody to call off the Chris Paul trade.
Yeah.
That was all Dan Gilbert.
No,
you don't have to answer that.
It was all timing. It was bad timing. But anyway, no, I think with,
Come on, there's got to be a jerk owner out there.
Matt?
There's got to be one of them. One of them's got to be a jerk.
No, but it's not team owners that I don't like. It's team owners that it's more satisfying to beat them than others.
On the court, you mean?
Yes, of course, yeah.
I got you. Okay, that makes sense.
The great Jeannie Buss, Jeannie with a big weenie! When I say Jeannie, you say with the big weenie. Jeannie! Jeannie! That's right, swinging it around all over Thousand Oaks for the people. A long drive, but I heard she had a book on tape all the way up here to enjoy.
The Alchemist.
Oh, that's very good, very strong. Phil gave it to her. Tell us, Jeannie, because, we've been doing this show a long time.
Yes.
I grew up in the LA sports world, and it's hard to kind of live another season every year. You know what I mean? It's hard to get up for another season. We got the football season coming up.
Gosh, it's hard.
Do you find inspiration every year for a new year? Do you how do you kind of reset yourself for when everything gets started again? And, you know, there's going to be drama. You know, there's going to be ups and downs. I mean, how do you prepare yourself for it?
That's what you love about sports is every year it's something new. And, you know, I think the theme for our off season this year was continuity. Yeah, continuity. Like let's you know, build on this momentum that we started. And certainly Denver deserved the championship. And, you know, but the idea that we were in the Western Conference Finals and we can just build on that. And so most of the teams coming back. I'm going to miss Dennis Schroeder, but he's moving on to Toronto. But we're bringing here. He's with the Lakers, so you know, some new faces, but a lot of returning players, of which we'll build on. But Petros, I have to ask you.
Here we go.
I'm like a kid that's born and raised in LA, and I just never thought in a million years the Pac-12 would be.
Oh, come on, Jeannie.
Like, it's heartbreaking, right?
It's terrible, Jeannie. It's the worst. It's the worst, but business people like you, I'm sure, saw this coming a mile away. That's what a lot of people, once they lost, it did catch me off guard and the sports world when SC and UCLA left.
Yeah.
But when that happened about 14 months ago, that was it.
Yeah.
Like, that was the Jenga piece, and the rest of it was going to collapse in on itself. It is very sad, Jeannie, but, I mean, USC and West Lafayette, let's go. Come on. Purdue, USC and College Park versus Maryland, coming out to the Essence music of Go-Go. I mean, it is going to be a little different.
Right.
Do you still go to USC football games, Jeannie?
I mean, I'm a USC supporter, alumni, whatever you want to say, and, you know, Coach Lincoln Riley was my guest at a couple of the playoff games.
Nice guy, right?
Yeah, yep.
A little bit of a hillbilly, but a nice guy.
I mean, I think he said
hillbillies are fine. It's
Hey.
all good.
Hillbilly Kobe.
I'm down with that. That's good. Like, and so it was great to have him at some Laker playoff games, and I'm looking forward to seeing Trojan football this year.
You got the band upstairs, which we love,
Yes.
the Trojan band, but downstairs in the bowels of Crypto.com Arena, Jeannie,
Yes.
we know what happens in that chairman's room. And for many, whether it was the Forum Club back in the day, the chairman's room, is that what it's called, or is the chairman's room upstairs? Am I getting that confused?
No, you have the chairman's room is correct.
Okay.
And we have the patio.
The patio.
That's
now.
like the new thing.
Okay.
And
The old Forum Club, basically.
Yeah, I mean,
Basically.
it's, you know, it's just,
Here's what I want to know, Jeannie.
Okay.
Here's what I want to know.
All right.
You think about all those parties at the Forum Club back in the day, right? I mean,
Yes.
it was the place to be.
Yeah.
And then we think about the Shaq Kobe era Lakers and that chairman's room and what that thing used to look like. It popped. You know what it was like. What about now? What is it like now? Like, it just feels like this era of celebrity is so different than years past, with all the social media, and they're worried about people having their phones out. And back then, man, those doors would close on that chairman's room, and they would get after it. And the same thing at the Forum Club. Is it different now? Is it no longer the same kind of vibe inside there?
Yeah, I mean, the chairman's room kind of has a rule that you don't bring out the
right?
cameras or the phones
There we
or
go.
whatever.
See?
So, like,
You see? That's how you do it.
That's how we do these events. We don't want anybody to document it or say they were here.
So it's still exciting in there. The celebrities still get after it a little bit.
Yes, and I mean, it's Dr. Buss had this, theory that, he wanted celebrities to be at Laker games, and that it kind of added to the atmosphere. And I think we have, a new generation of celebrities that,
that you don't realize they're celebrities because they've got like 2 million YouTube followers.
That's
And you're like, that guy's a celebrity? I'm
wearing oversized sweats.
No, but it's like my fiance's son, so my future stepson, he, I scored a lot of points because I got a picture with NLE Choppa.
Huh?
And
Never heard of him. Her?
no, you have heard of him for sure. Like,
Really?
He's awesome.
Is he Mr. Beast?
No, that's Mr. Beast is Mr. Beast. So
those are the kind of celebrities we're talking about now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it ever surprise you? I mean, I guess it shouldn't because you grew up in it, and obviously, I'm sure 1,000 people have asked you about the show.
Yeah.
It's on that it's unsanctioned by you guys.
Right.
But does it surprise you how much interest there still is about Laker lore of a time where, these celebrities are, Diane Cannon's still around, but a lot of these people are gone, and there's still so much interest in that era. I mean, when you remember back, do you remember what's real and what isn't real? I mean, it gets kind of confusing, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've gone on record. There's a show right now on on HBO or Max now that is called Winning Times, and doesn't have anything to do with the actual Lakers, but they've done this great portrayal of, Laker lore, like whether it's right or wrong. Some of it's very wrong, and some of it's pretty spot on. And they just started season 2, and I think that John C. Reilly's done a really good job at capturing Dr. Buss. And I know some people are like, I can't believe you're watching that show. And I said, you know what? I really miss my dad so much. It's kind of nice to see him. And I found out that they got in touch with my dad's old tailor, who had passed away, but his son took over the business. So they literally, the wardrobe that he wears, that's what was making me crazy, was like, those were outfits that my dad actually wore.
Wow.
And so it's so, the attention to detail they have in certain things, and this season they recreated Pick Fair, which a lot of people don't even know what that is, but it's just, it's like surreal to experience this.
I think this season is about the Celtics, right? It's kind of the Lakers Celtics, which should be, obviously, if you're a basketball fan, it's the best era of NBA basketball.
And it's kind of like where you see Pat Riley become Pat Riley and embrace that role of leader of the Lakers. And it's.
Did they screen it for you? They sent it to you to screen?
They invited me to. I have to say that actually my fiance was cast in this season, and
is that right?
Yeah, he's in it.
And when he got the offer to, because he's a very good actor, he was, like probably most well known for Jerry Maguire.
Oh, yeah.
Bob Sugar. We all know Bob Sugar.
Suicide Kings, man. Let's go.
Suicide Kings and SNL, and so he's had this great career, and so and so he said, I won't take this part if it's gonna bother you, and I said, absolutely not. Like, you're an actor. You didn't write it. Like, and so he plays the part of Kareem's agent, which is very interesting because that
didn't go well.
It didn't go well.
That did not go well at all.
I'm like, you're typecast
so
now.
So he's the villain again. Exactly. The villain agent, Bob Sugar, and
now evil agent.
Right?
And I mean, I don't know how the story will be told in terms of the show, but certainly it's, Kareem had a lot of things happen in his career. His house famously burnt down in the 80s. His entire jazz collection was lost, along with all this investment that he had made in rugs from all over the world. Right. Story, it's great legacy that was put out by us and won the Emmy for Best Sports Documentary. So that will give you the good stuff.
Is the Emmy right next to your finals trophies?
You know what?
Where do you put that? It's kind of cool.
It just arrived, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing's for real.
Right.
Like, it's pretty.
It's heavy. It's a big deal.
Yeah. So.
All right.
The great Jeannie Buss. Who's better than Jeannie Buss?
Nobody.
She comes to see the people. Now don't crowd her and be. You could not be more graceful and more of a great ambassador for sports in our city. We really appreciate you coming out and joining us, and how honest you are and the way you answer questions. It always is really refreshing for Matt and I.
Watch the Hall of Fame induction tomorrow.
Are you going to go?
You guys,
We love you.
and thank you for having me on your show.
You're the best.
again.
The great Genie
The
Bus,
best.
everybody. And we'll be back with more great sports talk. I don't know where we're going to go from there.
Sports talk.
It's going to be tough to go anywhere from there. But hey,
I'd look good.
100%.
Come on. To hell with the Malibu clothiers on Beverly. I'm changing my ways.
When we return, Thousand Oaks, get here now because we're going until 5:30 and Tim Cates is going until 7. We'd love to see you.
Hey, Dodger fans, you can stream the game anywhere you are on the iHeart Radio app.
I'm listening.
Tell your smart speaker, play AM 570 LA Sports on iHeart Radio.
The home of the Dodgers.
Need cash fast and tired of being crushed by debt? Let our friends at Longmar help you out. Turn your car into cash and keep driving it with an auto title loan from Longmar. You can get $2,500 to $10,000 or more cash the same day. Even if you have no credit or bad credit, you can still qualify. All it takes is your paid off or almost paid off vehicle as a form of guarantee. Any car, any year, it doesn't matter. To get started, submit your info and instantly find out how much cash you can get with a super easy process. Longmar is so fast and easy, I will recommend them to my family. So if you're going through an emergency and need cash today, let my friends at Longmar help you out.
1-800-LONEMAR. PMS Summer Tour coming to your backyard.
It will be all over the beautiful Southland.
And you can experience the whole thing live, on air, or watch it on YouTube.
It's the 10th annual PMS Summer Tour.
Coming to a town near you.
The wait is over. Tonight, Fernando Valenzuela will have his number 34 retired among all the Dodger greats already up there down the left field line. You will hear the ceremony live on AM 570, so tune in then. Number 34 joins the legends down the left field line.
This man batted left, he threw left, and he left it all on the field. Let's throw a screwball again. Fernando Valenzuela. Fernando Mania is back. 6:30 Friday night. Listen in HD, AM 570 LA Sports on the free iHeart Radio app. Fernando Valenzuela retirement ceremony is coming.
ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. It's the Petros and Money Show live from Thousand Oaks, Tarantula Hill Brewing on Thousand Oaks Boulevard. You could have got off on Rancho or Moore Park to get here. We are in the 805, and we just had a wonderful interview with the very open, the very loquacious, the very graceful owner of the Los Angeles Lakers, Jeannie Buss. Jeannie with a big weenie. And still to come, we have Don McLean, who's just walked in.
Yeah,
one of the greatest people ever from the 805. Jonas Knox, another favorite son of Thousand Oaks, is here.
Ah, yeah, there he is. Look at that. Everybody's here.
So we're having a great time, Matt, and we're giving away the prizes that we are supposed to give away.
We gave away tickets to go see George Lopez at the Greek in the last commercial break, the All Right Tour. I thought that was a tribute to Matthew McConaughey, but whatever. Special guest Chris Perez Band live at the Greek Theater Saturday, August 26th. Tickets are on sale right now at AXS.com. We also gave away our last pair of tickets to Mexican Heritage Night. If you weren't aware, it is this Tuesday, Dodgers Brewers at Dodger Stadium. There is a ticket package you can purchase that will include the WBC Team Mexico inspired jersey.
And I think we got one of our promotional guys running around in that jersey.
Is that right? We'll have musical performances and food. It'll be a Taco Tuesday. LeBron's going to try to trademark that. Eslaban.
I don't know who that is. Yeah, we were at a stalemate there, man.
Exactly right.
That was a stalemate.
But Eslaban Armado will be participating in pre and in-game programming and throwing out the ceremonial first pitch. So we gave those away. We still have field-level tickets for the Dodger game on Sunday. That'll be Fernando Valenzuela 1981 World Series replica ring giveaway, and we're giving away the TV and we're giving away the trip.
Somebody sent me a screenshot of Don Martin with his mouth full of food that they got on
they got you, Don.
They got him on the screen.
Put
and
that on the gram.
Wow, look at that.
Look at that.
I was just like, whoa. You know, it's really embarrassing. You know, people look at us on the stream. So thank you guys. We are not anywhere near being done. We have a whole other hour and a half of great sports talk still to come.
Great sports talk.
Don McLean is in the house. You want to do word number song, or you do want to just go right into Don McLean? Yeah, Don McLean.
Really?
All right, get him a
Is that
beer.
right? All right.
All right, who needs a reset, right, Cates? To hell with it. We'll be right back to celebrate Fernando Mania.
I love it.
Come on.
We'll be right back after this on the Petros and Money Summer Tour.
Do you know the question I get asked more than any other? Do you know? Let me tell you. I get asked two questions. One is, when are you retiring Fernando's number? And the second question is, why the hell haven't you retired Fernando's number? Well, let me explain why. As I said, when we got here, we really paid attention to the history, and that included honoring the policies that were in place. And one of those policies was, you all know it, that the only people whose policy that we're still not going to give his number out. So we honored that policy also. But from time to time, when the season's over, we get together, we sit down, we review our policies, and we see, is there time for a change? Is there a reason for announce today that this summer in 2023, we are officially and finally retiring Fernando's number. Yours, no Dodger player will ever wear it again.
We are continuing to celebrate the great Fernando Valenzuela and his jersey retirement. Tonight is Fernando Valenzuela bobblehead giveaway night. And since breaking boxes is such a fascination on social media, how about we open up this Fernando Valenzuela bobblehead, a sneak peek into what the giveaway is tonight. El Toro on the back of the box. So here we go. I'm going to crack this one open. I'm going to do it very gently instead of just ripping it. First sneak peek at the great Fernando bobblehead giveaway. There it is. Oh, yeah, with that number 34. Oh, yeah, look, perfect. Boom, there it is.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Big stage.
When Logan and Rodney Pete at noon and Petros and Money at 3.
Go to the iHeart Radio app.
Nobody covers Los Angeles like us. Listen anywhere you are by telling your smart device. Play AM 570 LA Sports on the iHeart Radio app. It's right here.
The home of the Dodgers.
Sabemos que va a estar picante, pero ojalá y valga la pena y nos enchilemos.
Estoy aquí con Julio Urias. Julio, hoy lo que tenemos es 3 tacos que vamos a probar. I've heard that you love spicy food.
Vamos a ver, la verdad me gusta bastante picante, pero pues esperemos que valga la pena, obviamente, el picante.
Today we got Chef Christine that's going to bring us 3 different tacos for us to try and to taste test and see who can handle the hottest taco.
So the first one we have is a carne asada taco.
Sí pica, pero sí se puede aguantar más todavía.
The second taco is a carnitas.
No, sí está picante, pero sí le va muy bien con las carnitas, la verdad.
The last one, that's going to be the spiciest taco. It's our al pastor taco with Chef Marito al pastor marinade, and on top of that is a lava salsa.
Perfecto, vamos a ponerle limón. Está picante. Bueno, pues ya probamos los tacos y la verdad sí estuvo un poquito picante, pero yo pienso que para hacer esto más divertido o más extremo, por así decirlo, tenemos que probar la salsa, pero con una cucharada.
Si te atreves, entonces.
Yo me atrevo, no sé tú, pero tú empiezas.
Yo empiezo, ¿cuál? La más picosa.
La que tú quieras.
Ok, pues esta. Your turn now. Your turn.
Se acabó el tiempo. Nos vemos.
That's not the original.
On the telephone?
That's not cool. Not much.
Numbskull?
On the line. Peace, man.
Period.
Personally,
I don't crack easy under pressure.
Without music, life would be a mistake.
Song it out, Vic. Petros and Money, AM 570 LA Sports. We're live everywhere on the iHeart Radio app, and I got to be honest. When I heard the Arcade Fire start playing, I was like, man, what's up with Ronnie? Why is he playing the wrong song, man? This is only hour 2.
No, we're rolling, man.
Like, damn, we are moving.
We did a whole first hour. We talked about the old Norwegian colony that died of diphtheria. We talked about Matt's hopes that tonight's Fernando Mania ceremony will inspire these young, stupid, soft-minded Dodgers.
May it be motivational. Look, this could all be yours.
We had
all of it.
Some gentle pushback from the Textoso about 88 and out the gate. We had wonderful, heartfelt questions and answers, and some badgering with the great Jeannie Buss, Jeannie with a big weenie, and we appreciate her.
She's the best.
Was she able to get out clean?
Kate's thumbs up says yeah.
Yeah.
Clean.
But clean enough. Hey, she always comes back. So we appreciate the great Jeannie Buss. And Matt, we've given away so many prizes.
We have, but we still have many more to give away. And a huge thank you to Sweet James Bergener. If you're hurt in an accident, call the winning attorneys at 800-9-million. Voted number 1. Or visit sweetjames.com. We have not given away the Barry's Tickets golden ticket yet.
Is Barry here yet? Where's Barry Rooney?
Tim says he has not seen him.
I haven't seen him. He'd be up here with all the luminaries.
He stopped at Sticks to suck back a macanudo. So we're giving away.
This is a Romeo and Julieta.
The Barry's Tickets golden ticket. We also, is Lauren here yet? Did she bring her spices?
Yeah, Lauren from Chef Benito. I saw her. She brought
Lauren.
2. Look at the bags.
Oh, look at that. We got 6 baskets.
6 bags of spices. It's like Dune.
Nobody's spicier than Lauren. She's here to give away her basket.
Where's Malcolm McDowell? It's like Dune.
So we have those to give away. A huge thank you to our friends at Lone Mart, lonemart.com. MGM Resorts, we're giving away a 2-night stay at an MGM Resorts destination, $100 gas card, food and beverage credit, and 2 tickets to the iHeart Radio Music Festival. So all of that still to be given away, along with the Westinghouse 65-inch TV. And you can qualify to win the $10,000 that we'll be giving away at our next tour stop. Will we announce that at the end of this show, or are we going to let Vic leak it over the weekend?
I mean, it's coming up pretty fast.
Yeah, so we should announce it today. But we'd love to see you at Tarantula Hill Brewing. And, yeah, Don McClain going to join us in the very next segment, Pete.
We are so happy that you're all here. Thank you. We will continue with great sports talk. Don't forget to watch
Sports Talk
on the stream. And Matt, here in the third hour of the show, we have been made to look like fools. Our promotions department with Jeff and Ty and Dave Weiss have got the Papa shot.
Oh, the Duke's all over it.
It's all up. It looks great.
They did a bang-up job. I've only seen one ball go into the street. Just one. Bounced off the front of the rim, went over the backboard, into the street.
Now,
I don't know whether or not it was popped or if they were able to pick it back up again, but yes, our fears that maybe a gnarly wreck on T.O. Boulevard would be in our future, hopefully will never be realized.
All right, it is time for the word of the day.
He hurt me with his words.
The word of the day.
Now, who here is interested? A show of hands or some cheering would suffice.
In G.I. Jane?
Who here? We're not going to talk about, look, this is not about G.I. Jane. You might wish it was, but it is not about G.I. Jane. Show of hands. Who here is interested in my reptile for a pet? All right, some of you, yeah. It's a,
Hey, you know what? That's enough.
Yeah, that's enough.
That's enough.
As you guys know, around January of last year, if you listen to the show of this year, I got a reptile, a bearded dragon, which I have. Don't look at me like that, all grossed out.
I think it's worth telling the story of how you got the bearded dragon. It's not like you went to your local snakes and reptiles pet store and purchased one.
No, I was at...
You rescued that reptile, Pete. You're a rescue pet owner.
Let's say this, Matt. I was very upset that day. It was the same day as our event in Downey at the BJ's.
Where we had no PA.
We had no PA, and there wasn't this many people, but there was like 300 people, and they were pissed. And I was pissed. And
we had Jason Negro out talking Bosco football.
It was very upsetting. And it was hard for me to get over. And I went to a party, and they were doing gag gifts, and somebody gave a guy a bearded dragon, and everybody was all upset, and nobody knew what to do. The wives and husbands, and what are you doing? This thing is going to live for 12 years. And like an idiot, I stood up like the Hunger Games and said, I offer myself as tribute. and I took...
And you said, I'll take the dragon.
Right, so I took...
Everybody's arguing, I'll take the dragon.
Right, I took the bearded dragon. It was very close to dying like the first 3 weeks I had it because I didn't know how to properly care for it. But I figured it out. And now my lizard is big, it's a big-ass lizard. But I have terrible news. My daughter, who does research on YouTube about reptiles and stuff, has discovered that my bearded dragon, Travis McGee, is a girl. Very,
That is not cool of you to have raised a girl bearded dragon, named her Travis McGee, fed her all of these ideas about being a male, and now, my God, the confusion.
I know.
What have you done?
Matt, since February.
What have you done?
I've been sprinkling crickets in there and being like, come on, dude. Hey, brother.
Right?
Come on, man. Eat your crickets. Hey, McGee. Eat your raspberries. Look, I cut your cucumbers. Why aren't you eating them, brother? I've been doing all of this, I've never felt so stupid in my life. It's like buying G.I. Joe guys for Carmen Sandiego over there in her pink visor. It's bad.
He's a good kicker, but he's an idiot.
And I was like, Callie, you're an idiot, my daughter. I was like, you're stupid. Mom showed me. She showed the bumps, And Callie's like, those aren't the bumps that it's his genitals. Those are his thighs. And she goes, and you know what else,
Her
Dad?
thighs.
Yeah, and she goes, he doesn't do the head bobbing he's supposed to. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, it's if it's a boy, they do the head bobbing. And I was like, damn it, she's right. I never get the head bobbing. And then we went and looked, and it's a girl. It's a freaking girl.
How about that?
And now I'm like, hey, girl. Good morning.
Hey,
girl. It's not the same.
Are you gonna keep the name?
I mean, Travis McGee.
Travisina McGee?
No, it's Travis McGee. I mean, come on. I'm not changing it now.
Very confusing for her.
Well, she's going to have to live that way.
Very confusing for her.
You know, we can afford the
Maybe she wants to live that life.
We can afford the therapy. But my bearded dragon is a girl, which is very upsetting.
And it was your daughter.
My daughter sniffed it out. I could have gone through my whole life not knowing.
What's the name of that show? Are you smarter than a fourth grader?
She's in like second grade.
That's what I mean. Welcome to your life.
Like, I don't know if she's going to start laying eggs that won't be fertilized because there's not a man, but
you don't know that. You just picked her up at a white elephant party.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What if she started laying eggs?
She could have been getting around all over town.
Yeah.
Prior to you taking her in.
Well, you're a whore.
Listen, you whore lizard. Look at what I have to do now.
Everybody has sex with a male lizard every once in a while, but everybody ain't a whore like you. So yeah, it's a female lizard, and I am
congratulations.
Surprised.
It's very exciting,
to say the least.
Anything you're gonna change? Like, do you change anything in the cage or in the terrarium?
Maybe I'll buy her like a pink quilt.
Yeah. Like a furry chair or something, something along those lines.
Like a little cherry from Pee-wee's Playhouse, like a little one. Something like that.
Do you take her out?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I would think, I mean, if people are like, hey, what's your lizard's name?
Travis McGee.
I think that's going to cause a little bit of confusion. But it's a girl.
A lot of people.
But I named it Travis McGee.
A lot of people in Hollywood, like me, are pushing gender stereotypes.
Certainly. Well, and I do believe that you could make a case that Travis could be a gender-neutral name.
Sure, like Frankie.
Exactly right.
Or Charlie.
Exactly right.
Or Pat. It's time for androgyny.
It's Pat.
And it's like, I used to think when the lizard was just blowing it out of its ass, like, blah, and I was cleaning up its poop, it's like, well, it's a guy, whatever, Now it's like, it's kind of embarrassing for her.
It's supposed to smell like roses.
Like, whatever happened to my dainty lady here? Wow. Anyway, so yeah.
Digested crickets.
Tough discovery, man.
Yes.
Yeah, tough.
Or, kind of nice. Congratulations.
It took me over 6 months to discover my lizard was in fact a female.
You did not discover it.
No, but for me to learn.
Yes, exactly. Your daughter did. Good on her.
It is time for the number of the day.
Number of the day.
Number of the day is 2, and I don't know if this applies to a number of the people in this room or not, if they have the same adverse reaction as I do. I know this is a bit of a stale take, if you will. Many people have already glommed onto this. It's something that we have brought up, though, regularly, centered on the giant bow that they put on top of the Citadel somewhere around early November to celebrate Christmas, and the idea that seasons no longer exist, holiday seasons no longer exist. Well, come to find, this past, what was it, yesterday? Day before yesterday, I drove by my first Spirit store.
Oh, the Halloween!
It is August 9th. August 9th. Halloween is October 31st, and on August 9th, what was, I believe, a 24-hour fitness near the Los Alamitos racetrack is now a Spirit Halloween store.
Now, is it open?
Maybe it was a Best Buy. It's open.
It's open, or are they just getting ready?
No, it is open. The Spirit sign is on Catella. The doors look as though they are open. I think it's a former Best Buy, or it's Staples. God, figure it out, man. It's a former Staples next to the Los Al racetrack. And then I'm driving to the house on PCH there in Long Beach by 2nd and PCH. And what just showed up today? Pumpkin patch. August 11th, I got a pumpkin patch, and on August 9th, I got the Spirit Halloween store.
Wouldn't your pumpkin be rotten and dead by the time Halloween comes around?
I think the idea is you're not buying your pumpkin yet, but you're going to ride this inflatable for $5, and here's the carousel.
That's where the money's
And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, well, I guess they're really only going to get like 30 days out of it if they start the 1st of October. They get 60 days. They start the 1st of September. I guess, it's a seasonal time. Why not maximize your window, make some scratch, sell the kids their Mr. Beast costume or whatever the hot item is going to be this year. I assume it'll be Barbie and Ken or something along those lines.
There's already Halloween candy for sale at the Westlake Ralph's.
See what I mean? I knew the Textoso would come alive.
I will say this.
It's August 11th.
When the Pac-12 stuff happened, Matt, it was sad to see that people put like the Spirit Halloween sign at Martin Stadium at Pullman, Washington.
It's kind of funny.
Or the one at Reeser in Corvallis. I was very upset, Like, I don't even know what you guys can do with your stadium now. Sell a bunch of Halloween stuff. And it's like, no, we're playing football, sir. Thank you very much.
We're going to win the Pac-12.
But yeah, you're right, Matt. It's a little early. Well, when there's a heat wave going on.
Right. August 9th, and I got a Spirit next to the Los Al racetrack. You kidding me?
Public school starts like August 24th, which is a whole other mess of BS. Like, you should go to school after Labor Day.
Got it. Day after. They want to start having their Lisa Wilson nooners. They're like, get these kids out of here. I got to get back to having my nooners.
I got to say, I have, kids that are young and camps and all that. Summertime blows.
Sure does.
I mean, the summertime is the worst thing ever. And the thing that bothers me is, it wasn't like that when we were kids.
Hell no. You went into your parents' room and get punched in the head.
My parents cared nothing about what our agenda was during the day. All we did was like maybe walk up to the deli and buy some freaking the sugar cigarette gum.
Oh, with the chalk that if you put,
yeah, where you blow the sugar and it looked like you were smoking, and then we'd walk back.
Maybe build a bike ramp.
Yeah, kick a rock or something on your way back. And now my son's like, do I have guitar camp this week or surf camp this week? Or
figure it out.
Yeah, what do I have? What are you going to take me to?
Go kick rocks.
Can you take me to the baseball card store? My daughter went to pony camp. Friggin' pony camp.
You're going to buy her a pony?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
She figured out Travis McGee's a woman. That deserves something.
I told her not to get kicked upside the head.
fair point.
Every day before she goes.
Hey, fair point.
She puts on her jog purse, and I'm like, hey, watch out for the damn kicking horse. I don't want you coming back with
she got them boots now?
I don't think maybe. No, not the real high ones.
Okay.
But there is a pair of like boots. But yeah, summer sucks. Summer sucks.
What was the Liz Taylor film? Velvet?
International Velvet.
Yes. Has she screened it yet?
No, we'll get that on in the house. I did watch Cleopatra the other day.
Okay, with her?
No, but Liz Taylor, odd chest scar.
Is that right?
Yeah, it looked like somebody stabbed her with a dagger or something.
Yeah, maybe early boob job back in the day.
I don't think it was a boob job because that would be like it was like.
Maybe that's what they
it's
thought
like
they were
if somebody
supposed to do
went
back
after
then.
her sternum with a pickaxe.
Like, how about that?
Ronnie, song of the day.
This is the song of the day.
Something's Brewing is our song of the day. A tune with a jazzy reggae vibe from an ensemble called Tropical Measures. A fine tune that fits for today on a Frogman Friday. Broadcasting live from the 805 at Tarantula Hill Brewing Company at 244 Thousand Oaks Boulevard in the city of Thousand Oaks. Site of stop number 4 on the Petros and Money Summer Tour. Brewing up 3.5 hours of great sports talk with a slew of prizes to be had for those in attendance. But if you can't make it out to the 805, you can always stream the show live on the YouTube and Facebook. And Tim Cates will have your Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck program live from Tarantula Hill coming up at 6 o'clock.
Thank you, Ronnie. Don McClain going to join us next. He's enjoying a beer, talking with Jonas Knox. Jonas going to join us, Mr. T.O. himself. There's a listener, I believe his name is Josh.
That guy?
Yeah, very excited to see us. Moved out to D.C. for a while, had to podcast us, would scream and yell at all of his friends about how they weren't listening to good radio, that this was good radio. So we appreciate him. But Don McClain will check in next. We'll give away more prizes. Come see us. We are at Tarantula Hill Brewing in Thousand Oaks, right off the 101 at
I love it. We have a couple that smokes. And they went out there to have a smoke.
Yeah.
Look at them out there smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt loves smoking.
I do. I want to see you just flick that thing right in the street.
Matt, why don't you go out there and take a drag off that heater with him?
Oh, yeah.
We'll be right back.
guys, this is David Peralta, and this is Nice Tweets. We got here Hector Diaz. Dodgers need to have the train sound effect at Dodger Stadium every time David Peralta hit a homer. I agree with that. They need to go there, choo choo, and not just me. And they gotta do it with everyone because they're all on board the freight train. You know, when we hit a homer or something, you see everyone doing the shoo shoo. You gotta do it. So Dodgers, take note.
What was it like the entire team kind of embracing the choo choo? Because they all do it now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, early before the season started, we were talking, hey, what we're gonna do for this year? You know, what's gonna be our sign and everything for hits and homer and everything. I'm like, you know what, guys? You guys need to get on board. Get on board a freight train. So, okay, we're gonna do the shoo shoo. And I'm like, they were like, yes.
The wait is over. Tonight, Fernando Valenzuela will have his number 34 retired among all the Dodger greats already up there down the left field line. You will hear the ceremony live on AM 570 LA Sports beginning at 6 o'clock. So tune in then. Number 34 joins the legends down the left field line.
and Matt Money Smith.
Welcome back. It is Petros and Money on this Frogman Friday. Your Dodger station, AM 570, LA Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. We have our corporate event thing out there. It looks like it went okay, I guess.
Well, Jeff's putting on his own right now, so I guess that's all right. It's like the director of the team building activities. Like, fine, if you guys don't want to participate, I'm going to putt.
I do have the information on Liz Taylor's scar.
What do we got?
Tracheotomy scar from a bout with pneumonia.
How about that?
When she was a young person.
Different time back then. They just jab a hole in your body for no reason at all.
George Washington died, everybody.
Trach.
But that's neither here nor there, Matt. We've had many prizes to give away. Our BFF is here, the one and only Don McClain.
Youth baseball, barbecues, and golf.
That was a while ago.
That was.
Is a gigantic luminary in the 805 and in the world of college and professional and even high school basketball. He's been a long-time part of our show. You can see him this year on the Pac-12 network.
This year.
And of course, Bally Sports. And he is the proprietor of the Conejo Valley Basketball Club. We are in the Conejo Valley, and the Baron of Box Canyon, if I didn't say that before. From Simi Valley, the great Don McClain on the Mountain View Chevrolet.
Great to be here, P.
Celebrity headset.
I always tell you guys, if you get within 20 miles of my house for one of these remotes, I'm coming.
Look at that.
And here we are.
Man of his word.
And we are.
Problem is you guys go 120 miles most of the time.
And sometimes you show up.
And we will be quite far
it's
away.
Debilitating.
It was a bad back. I got the neck problem today from the long drive. My neck is killing me, man.
Cricking my neck.
I really do, man. I got to get my deep blue rub going
back
here.
to finish.
Or something like that. But
yes.
Dawn, tell us first and foremost, your reaction to all the stuff going on with the conference realignment. It's not something that a lot of us didn't see coming. There's been a lot of rumors in the air for quite some time. But, basketball kind of goes along with football as a revenue sport.
But not really.
Yeah.
This was all about football and money, period. Yes. End of story. And it's unfortunate that the conference realignment has taken rivalries away. It's taken games that have been played for a long, long time away. It's unfortunate in the Pac-12's case that a lot of great people on the conference side, on the network side, are going to lose their jobs because of it. But it's a new world, and but make no mistake, and I think everybody understands this. It is about football, and it is about money. Period.
So what do you make of?
Excuse me, and I think if you're talking about basketball, they weren't even talked about. They weren't even asked. And so it's unfortunate.
Yeah, and I think, that was the speculation, much of the speculation around the Big 12 and the addition of Arizona is that, while they aren't going to be able to step to the Big 10 or the SEC, they'll be the best basketball conference in the nation.
They already are.
Yeah, and adding Arizona is just another feather in their cap. But here's my question, Don, would be, share with the people, because we know what basketball travel looks like. I don't know if people listening really kind of know what those trips were like, but you would have these little regional pods and you would play a game on Thursday and Saturday or Friday and Sunday. How do you think they're going to figure that out now if Arizona's got to play, West Virginia and UCLA's got to play Penn State? Football's different. It's easy. It's once a week. Basketball, you've got to figure out how to take care of two schools in one weekend.
Well, I think the schedule is still going to be talked about. I can't imagine that, say, Arizona goes to West Virginia and then comes back. They'll go to West Virginia and probably knock out 3 games in a week. They charter, which is different now. Everybody used to fly commercial. Now it's all charters, which makes it easier. But I think the big conversation isn't so much about football and basketball. It's about the other sports.
Right.
And what are they going to do?
Can they survive?
What's the women's softball team going to do when they have to go to, if you're in the Big Ten and you're at UCLA, you have to go to Rutgers and Maryland for a trip. and you're flying commercial, and flights get canceled or flights are delayed. Like I'm fascinated to see how it's going to work. I think football for sure is fine. Basketball, I think for sure will be fine in terms of travel. But it's sad that it's come to this because, Matt, you mentioned Arizona. Arizona UCLA in basketball is one of the marquee matchups of the last 40 years.
Don't you know it?
And so now that's gone. And it's unfortunate that it's come to this. I keep thinking about 5 years from now, because everyone has a take now about what, the geographical problems with all this, but what's it going to be like in 5 years? Are people going to be, you know what, the money just wasn't worth it, we need to go back? And who knows? Maybe that will be something that happens, that they're like, you know what, this just isn't working, not only financially, but student athletes and the travel and the academic part and studying on the road and doing all the things that they're going to have to do. Is this here to stay? We'll see.
Yeah.
The one and only Don McClain is here. We had Jeannie Buss on last hour. How are we going to fit everybody in? I mean, the show is only like 55 minutes left. We got Jonas Knox. We got Lauren from Chef Merito. We got quick hits. Don, do you remember Fernando Mania?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
What do you remember?
That he was really good.
Every time he pitched, he was good. You're right. Not a lot of people are pointing that out. They talk about the cultural, explosion that he brought in.
Look,
they don't remember how good he was.
Yeah, you don't get the cultural explosion unless you're doing something abnormal.
Right. Yeah, if his boobs are getting ripped off, nobody cares.
Yeah,
exactly.
He was doing something abnormal. He was young, too, wasn't he?
20.
Yeah, and doing that's how you create a cultural phenomenon, and that's exactly what he did.
Don, have you ever seen the movie?
Oh, no.
You guys want to know if Don cares? Do you want to know?
I don't care about much.
I know Don is a very, this could fall very flat.
How much do you care about, Don?
This could,
not much.
I mean, this could fall very flat, but I believe.
There's no way.
I believe in the destiny of this film.
There is no way he's seen it.
In fact, I might even name my lizard G.I. Jane now. Have you seen, with Demi Moore and Viggo Mortensen,
there's no way,
the Navy SEAL epic movie G.I. Jane?
Yes.
Whoa! I would have never in a million years thought it.
Yeah, ringing the bell.
Yeah!
Ringing the bell.
In the theater or on the cable?
On the cable.
All right.
We'll take it.
Did you, now here's the question. I might have to pop another balloon. Did you like it?
Yes.
What was your favorite?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Why are you asking me about that film?
Because he brought it up, and I said that film was terrible yesterday, and we don't even waste our time talking about it.
Yesterday.
But you liked it?
I didn't want to talk to Victor Brick about Shohei Ohtani. I didn't want to yell at him about him being wrong about something. So I don't know how it came up, but we started talking about G.I. Jane.
That's a fair point. I don't know how it came up either.
Now remember, that G.I. Jane is what got poor Chris Rock slapped by Will Smith.
Yes, he said
he made a G.I. Jane joke about what's her name's clean ass dome, and I don't know. We just brought it up, and I talked about just how inspired I was.
No, you weren't.
When she was doing those push-ups and naked in the shower, and Vigo's got his mustache and he's watching her shower, and you're like, is he into her, or is he just hoorah Master Chief? Thank you, Don.
Yeah.
What else do you remember about her? You'd like to pontificate?
No, he doesn't remember anything.
Hey.
Not a lot.
I asked him a question.
Yeah, it's a forgettable film.
Yeah, I don't remember a whole lot more.
But hey, do you remember the end where she had to save Vigo from the beach?
Yes.
Yeah!
I do remember that.
It's quite the. All right, let's bring this in. Let's reel it back in.
Reel it in? Are you kidding me? I mean, that's the $1 million question.
Reeling in the years here. What do you think about this? You brought it up, and I just kind of planted a seed in my brain, Don. Do you think you have to play conference games? Can you not just play in the conference tournament? Like, hey, you know what? We're going to play softball games, against Long Beach State and San Diego State and Fresno State, and we'll just kind of keep that going over here. And then since we're in the conference, we'll just play the conference tournament, and that's how we'll participate in the conference.
Well, but how do you seed the conference tournament then?
See, I didn't think about that. That's a great question.
Hey,
I don't know.
We got comparable scores.
Here's what I would say. Here's what, and I think a couple other people have said this, but I've thought this for a while. Why don't they just take football,
100%.
keep everything the same, take football and just take it and make it its own thing and keep every other sport the same?
I can answer that question.
Oh, here it is. No.
Football is a gigantic cash cow. It, in fact, is the reason that the NCAA exists, right? So when the NCAA and football is moving away from everything NCAA, like everything the NCAA stands for, football is flying in the face of it. They got the transfer rules changed. They got the NIL rule changed. This whole amateurism thing, none of it applies anymore. They don't even run their playoff. You know, the college football playoff is not an NCAA championship. The NCAA has got to get out of the football business, but they don't want to because there's too much money to be made, and that's why everybody is linked to everybody's football program, and it is unfortunate.
But can't they play on their own and then just use that money to fund the, hey.
Yeah, you're still part of the university.
I mean, they could, but that's got to get written into the bylaws of their deal. Like we're doing.
That's all the Big Ten wants. They just want USC and UCLA football. They don't want I bet they want the basketball, UCLA basketball.
They want everything.
Yeah.
You know, they want college baseball. They want the content that they pay for, and they pay for all the athletics. So once they have to figure out how to separate those, and like you said, I think they will.
I think they will too.
In a few years, they'll see, what works and what doesn't.
That's what
work.
I was saying 5 years from now. I bet you that's what ends up happening.
And then we'll go from there.
They stay in the Pac-10, or they stay in the Big Ten, and you create a new conference out here with all the teams playing.
But like UCLA and USC basketball are still part of the Big Ten, but football is part of this new whatever it's called. But it's still, they're generating the revenue and still paying the university in the athletic department.
As you said, it just seems a bit odd that take your pick, whatever, Arizona State women's softball team is playing Penn State and Maryland and Wisconsin instead of what has always been. I mean, like you look at UCLA baseball and they play Fullerton, Long Beach State. It's still very regional, even outside of the Pac-12. They don't really do a lot of those cross-country trips. It's a very regional sport.
You know who wasn't
because
worried?
of money.
Right.
You know who wasn't worried about traveling? G.I. Jane. She was in Libya, and she just took the beach and saved Viggo Mortensen at the end. Remember that?
I didn't realize it was in Libya.
Yeah, in Libya.
See?
Dawn, we had Jeannie Buss on, and she was talking about Anthony Davis, and actually we did not even ask Jeannie Buss about LeBron James. Was that bad? Was that wrong of us?
No, I think we kind of did. We mentioned that you have all these free agent mercenaries, and the fans really attach themselves to Austin Reeves, and I think she sort of acknowledged that.
Great story.
It's great to have that kind of player. She brought up. Yeah, I guess you're right. We didn't really. I guess it just goes to show you we don't really care a lot about LeBron James.
But they had a hell of an offseason.
They did. They really did. And I would say this, and I haven't really. After Labor Day, I get into my pro and college stuff. But I would say, just off the top of my head, the Lakers have a real chance to win the whole thing this year.
Look at that. Jeannie's stuck in horrible traffic right now, and she's excited when you.
If.
But what about
here's the big if, though, and this has been an if for them for a couple of years, if Anthony Davis can stay healthy. And that's a big if.
What did he get, $270 million or something like that?
Something like that.
That's, you know what, as a matter of fact, I think he did, because we were joking at Chargers camp that Justin Herbert became the highest paid player in football, and he wasn't the highest paid player that day, because Anthony Davis signed his contract that day, and it was for like $6 million more than Justin Herbert's. It is incredible what the numbers are.
Yeah.
For someone that rarely plays a full season.
But did he show you something different, right? This year? Like, did he show more toughness? Did he?
Well, I would say this. Their roster's better than it was at the start of the year last year now. And so they can withstand him being out for some regular season games more than they could last year. But if they're going to win the whole thing, he has to be healthy in the playoffs for the entire time. And he was last year.
That's why they made a run to the conference finals. They just had a bad matchup, and it doesn't seem like the Nuggets are.
I think everybody's
pretty much exactly the same.
The Nuggets are a bad matchup for everybody.
Yeah. It's fair. So here, I'm just pulling up what they did this offseason. You mentioned how they're set up. So Gabe Vincent,
shooters,
Miami Heat. You know their draft picks very well because you trained Jalen Hood-Schifino before he was drafted. They also picked up the kid out of Pepperdine, Maxwell Lewis. And I'm trying to remember who else they got. Cam Reddish was the other guy that they ended up signing. And Jackson, the kid, the center from Texas, was the other guy. So
Jackson Hayes.
So good depth pieces for that squad.
And I think the shooting part, Gabe Vincent's proven that he's an NBA shooter and that he will help LeBron in spacing the floor. I think the biggest part for me was being able to re-sign Reeves and Russell and bring them back and re-sign Anthony Davis. Like you didn't think that they were going to be able to accomplish all that and that they'd have to give something up. And the fact that they didn't, I don't think Hood-Schifino is going to play a whole lot as much as I love him, and I think eventually he's going to be very good in the NBA.
If he does, that's probably a problem.
Right. I don't think he's going to play a lot this upcoming year. Neither will Lewis. But that's, like you said, Matt, that's assuming if everyone's healthy.
We had Mick Cronin on at it was the last stop that we did. We had him on. And he had alluded to, and it ended up making national news, that he was going to be signing 2 more players. And apparently this guy they got from Spain is like a big deal.
The 7'3" kid?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him.
This is like lottery pick kind of thing. So walk us through how much changes, because he has not had a guy like that since he's been coaching UCLA. Has he? Like a full-fledged, super skilled big man center that you could build the offense around?
No, it was always defensively.
Right.
They had rim protectors that helped their defense. And you always have to caution a little bit. Players coming from Europe, even in the college game versus the NBA game, how equipped are they to be effective right now? It's away from high school kids here in California and across the country because of NIL. It's because of NIL that they go and get these kids from Europe. I think a lot of these players in Europe are already professionals that come over here, so they can help more now than trying to get a high school freshman or a freshman from high school to play immediately. And so that part of college basketball is really changing, and it's all being driven by NIL.
And with that, Trent McClain is moving to Luxembourg.
Smart move.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't make a connection, Matt.
Summers are nice.
Yeah, beautiful in Luxembourg.
Right.
We didn't make a connection.
Pop a shot.
Oh,
that's right.
I just got a text on the secret textoso that says this.
That's right. Do we have any Native Americans in the house?
P, I am 1/16th Native American. Time for Don to get his second tribal ass kicking outside. And he sent me the 23andMe that shows, the percentage.
Here's what's interesting. We've established that you can't bank shot anymore, and it's outside.
Yeah, you got to deal with the elements.
Yeah, the breeze is
Wind's
a factor.
Push that. I will say the majority of the people that are shooting are terrible. So I would feel very comfortable.
Well, if you take the bank shot out of it and pop a shot,
right,
there's very few that are any good.
I mean, looking at that
everybody
pop-a-shot,
just slams it off the backboard and it goes in.
I mean, it was constructed poorly. We watched it happen.
Right? Look at that. The net doesn't even stay down. What a piece of crap.
Don Martin had to go out there and be like, let me see that Allen rant. And, I mean, would you venture out there? How many more beers? Like, what are we talking about?
Can we get 2 more beers, please? Let's get 2 more beers up here. What do you think, Don?
It's been a while.
All right. I just wanted to put it out there and make that connection. That's all I wanted.
Let me go out there and examine it and see what it looks like.
Take a couple shots?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Commercial break.
We'll take that.
Hey, Bert, do you have a wireless mic with you? Take a nap.
Come on, Bert.
Steak face.
What the hell, man?
You believe that crap?
I don't know what it was about Bert, but he's pissing me off today.
It's the pizza.
He gave me a pen that wouldn't work and threw it at him.
It's the pizza. He dusted a full pizza prior to our broadcast.
So did Kate's.
And now both of them.
Kate's is like, I'm a little full.
The pizzas are delicious. That's a lot of food to put in your belly.
Is that Bert's contract that wherever he goes to do a remote, he gets free food?
2 meals.
2?
Sometimes
maybe 3 sometimes.
Yeah.
And at least 2 naps.
He used to have to bring his food to UCLA games. Remember that, Bert?
No. Now, we're not exaggerating. If we do a show at Dodger Stadium, when we sit down, He just looks at us.
Yeah, where's
he
the
looks
food?
at us. He's like, "Where's the food?"
M&Ms.
When are you guys going to Rick's?
M&Ms, that's right.
Oh, was he a big M&M guy?
Somebody used to bring me M&Ms at every game.
Look at that. And then Bert would take.
I'd just give them to Bert.
Now that UCLA is in the Big Ten, though, they're going to really start spending money, right? Like UCLA is going to not be cheap anymore. They're going to start giving everybody free T-shirts. And
think so? Really?
No more dry-ass turkey sandwiches at the Rose Bowl.
That's a good idea.
There's nobody better than Don McClain.
The best.
Thank you, Don McClain.
Thank you. I think we're going to give away our 6-pack of Spice Baskets in the very next segment.
Well, I can't wait. Get out to that Papa Shop.
Morongo coming up.
Dodger fans, you can stream the game anywhere you are on the iHeart Radio app.
I'm listening.
Tell your smart speaker, play AM 570 LA Sports on iHeart Radio.
The home of the Dodgers.
Need cash fast and tired of being crushed by debt? Let our friends at Longmar help you out. Turn your car into cash and keep driving it with an auto title loan from Longmar. You can get $2,500 to $10,000 or more cash the same day. Even if you have no credit or bad credit, you can still qualify. All it takes is your paid off or almost paid off vehicle as a form of guarantee. Any car, any year, it doesn't matter. To get started, submit your info and instantly find out how much cash you can get with a super easy process. Longmar is so fast and easy. I will recommend them to my family. So if you're going through an emergency and need cash today, let my friends at Longmar help you out.
1-800-LONEMAR. PMS Summer Tour coming to your backyard.
It will be all over the beautiful Southland.
And you can experience the whole thing live, on air, or watch it on YouTube.
It's the 10th annual PMS Summer Tour.
Coming to a town near you.
The wait is over. Tonight, Fernando Valenzuela will have his number 34 retired among all the Dodger greats already up there down the left field line. You will hear the ceremony live on AM 570, so tune in then. Number 34 joins the legends down the left field line.
This man batted left, he threw left, and he left it all on the field. Let's throw a screwball again. Fernando Valenzuela. Fernando Mania is back. 6:30 Friday night. Listen in HD, AM 570 LA Sports on the free iHeart Radio app. Fernando Valenzuela retirement ceremony is coming, and we are ready.
What's up? It's Tim Cates. I'm back and the microphone works this time and the crowd's going crazy for me. Let's hear it, everybody. Yes, they're hearing it for me. All for me. All for me. Tim Cates here live at the Tarantula Hill Brewing in Thousand Oaks. Thanks for being with us. We're at a commercial break right now. Thank you for watching on Facebook. Thank you for watching on YouTube. This is the 4th of 5 stops. We got one more to go, and that is going to be next Friday, April 18th. We're going to come back here and talk to some people. There's our boss, Don Martin. Jonas, come here again, Jonas. I'm going to bring Jonas Knox back over because the microphone works this time. Jonas, unfortunately, the microphone didn't work last time we talked, but Jonas Knox is here, Fox Sports Radio, AM 570 LA Sports. Jonas is from the 805.
That's right.
What's so special about the 805?
Well, listen, it's called the 805 for starters. All right, that's got to be clarified right off the jump. And you see it, man. People rally around. They're going to come out here. They're going to get fired up. They're going to throw back a couple of throat burners and have a good time on a Friday afternoon/evening. They're waiting for Tim Cates to ring this whole thing up. PMS is here. We got Don Martin in the house. It's a fun time.
Every Wednesday, Petros comes on with you, Brady, and LeVar.
Yes.
What is that like?
At 5:20 in the morning, he arises, he takes his sleep mask off, he connects, and then he just talks about whatever the hell he talks about. The highlight from this past week was him talking about how Brady Quinn walks around like the Nutcracker with a giant package. So if you're driving around in the morning at 5:20, 5:30, that's what you can expect. That sort of conversation on a sports talk radio station.
He's the best. He is Jonas Knox. Thanks, Jonas. Jonas will be on in a few minutes. Duke, come here. Come here, Duke. Duke of Sports is coming here. This is Eric Sklar. Eric is the Duke of Sports. Check him out on Twitter at what?
At the Duke of Sports. Best guy to intern for right here.
All right, the Duke was our intern many years ago, and now has gone on to a very successful radio career over at KFI AM 640.
Yes.
But Duke took the day off today from the John and Ken show. They know that, right? That you took it off to come here?
Yeah. You heard me tell John yesterday in the hallways.
I didn't know that was real. But you took the day off from work to come out here. Why?
Because I always try and come to one summer tour event a year. It's one of the best things in all of sports talk radio. There's nothing like being around the listeners, seeing the guys out in their element. It's one of the best things in all sports talk radio.
What was the best thing about your internship?
Probably being on the air with the guys the day D'Angelo Russell got traded to the Brooklyn Nets. And then for Jeannie Bust today to say bringing D'Angelo Russell back, full circle moment.
How cool is that Jeannie Bust was here?
It's amazing. It's great that she has come to he said half a dozen of these?
At least.
Nothing better than the greatest owner and most powerful woman in sports being here with Petros and Money.
He's the Duke of Sports, everybody. Check him out on Twitter at the Duke of Sports. I am at Tim Cates on Twitter. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. We got about 35 minutes to go here for stop number 4 of the PMS Summit Tour here at Tarantula Hill Brewery in Thousand Oaks. Have a great time.
They're right up here, Matt.
Petros and Money, AM 570 LA Sports, live at Tarantula Hill Brewing. Just gave away some George Lopez tickets.
Oh, you did?
We did.
Did the guy get him? The guy that wants him so bad? Did you get him?
Oh,
No.
I wish I would have known. I would have given them to him. I just done it that way.
Poor kid.
We are giving away the TV, the Westinghouse 4K Ultra HD TV, and we are giving away the trip to Las Vegas courtesy of MGM Resorts between now and the end of the show. Look who it is!
It's Lauren from Chef Merito. Chef Merito.
And she brought her spices.
The spice is in the bottle, but the chef is in you, and that's what Chef Merito's all about, bringing the creative cookout in all of us. They're a great sponsor.
Spice bag!
For many years of the Petros and Money Summer Tour, and Lauren is here from Chef Merito, looking lovely as always.
I heard she brought something else to give away.
A little bit of a tan. Am I
Yes.
get you?
Oh, look at that. How
Wow,
flattering.
look at that.
Have you recently returned from a tropical locale or Sedona, Arizona?
You know, I actually just went to this lovely place called Sugared and Bronze in Santa Monica.
They got what? They got like their own sun in there? You go in and it's like you just sit under the sun?
It only takes 15 minutes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And then you're sugared in bronze.
Yeah.
Unbelievable round of applause for the sugared in bronze Lauren from Chef Marito.
Has anybody else
I'm
ever
so
been
glad you noticed.
sugared in bronze? Anybody else ever been sugared in bronze?
I know what I'm doing tomorrow before the football game.
Well, I would feel very, very pampered to be sugared and bronze.
Kidding me? I gotta have it. I'm gonna make an appearance on the Petros and Money Show. I need to be sugared in bronze.
And is there any jealousy?
It was just for you guys.
Yeah, that's what we like to hear, Lauren.
Is there a little bit of, are they celoso at Marito? Because they make spices too. You could have rubbed yourself in those.
That's a fair point. Instead
I
of
would have
sugar.
been like red or yellow.
Right?
It would have looked like one of those Indian parties, you know, that they have in Bombay where everybody throws all the stuff all over the place. But you look great, Lauren. It's wonderful
Thank
to see
you. Thank you. You guys look wonderful as well. I'm loving this fit today.
Thank you.
The cheetah?
Yeah, I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
It's an homage to the mountain lions and coyotes and snakes of the Thousand Oaks
Whatever.
area.
My mountain lion's a hologram. It's the only mountain lion I care about.
So tell us, Lauren of Chef Marito, the last time that we had one of these events, you were there.
Yes.
But you did not bring the spice baskets. And there was some...
What happened?
There was some division. Not from me.
I promise.
Wait, I thought I brought some.
No. Wait. Did somebody steal the spice baskets and tell us that you didn't bring any?
That's what it is.
It's
Did I
exactly
not
what it
bring
was.
any?
But
Usually I
today-
have it in my car.
No, today we have plenty of
6.
spice baskets.
We have 6.
What do we got going here?
Oh my gosh, so today we're giving away the Chef Marito carne asada seasoning.
Yeah, carne asada.
Petros, we need to hear you say it.
Carne asada!
There we go. Really rolling your R's. You've gotten good.
Get me to the carniceria!
This is my favorite thing in the spice bag. Son of a bitch, Bert! Stop eating.
Oh, you like the fish fry?
The fish fry.
Oh, that's really delicious.
Pescado frito.
It has like tons of spices
Is that
within
right?
there. Yeah.
Look at
That's
that.
the secret sauce. You got to
That's
add
it?
a lot of spices and seasonings. Yeah.
Fish fry.
It's amazing
In the bag.
that there's tons of spices, yet it doesn't weigh thousands of pounds.
Kidding me? Amazing.
It really is.
We're going to give these away, but I heard you also brought sweet tickets. Is that what somebody told
We have one pair of sweet tickets
me? How about that?
to give away.
For what night?
We're doing it Wednesday, August 16th.
There we go.
It's actually JD Martinez's bobblehead night. And it is El Cubano.
El Cubano?
Yes,
That's
El
not the
Cubano. Okay. Well, it's proudly presented by Chef Marito Seasoning.
Oh, it is
Beautiful.
the same!
Yes.
Of all these things.
So that same night, we are also launching our specialty menu item. Do you guys want to hear about that?
Would love to.
Okay, great. So you know how JD Martinez is El Cubano?
Yeah.
Okay, so we decided to take the pan con lechon. It's like a classic Cuban
Obviously.
sandwich.
Obviously.
And then we decided to add the Marito twist, of course.
What is
So
the
we-
Marito twist on the Cubano sandwich?
Oh, get ready for it.
Hold on. Let's do this right. It
Okay,
sounds like this is a
well-
big deal. Ready? What is the Chef Marito twist on the Cubano sandwich?
Okay, so
El sandwich.
it's the mojo.
Oh, the mojo!
Criollo.
The mojo criollo!
And the naranja agria. And the pork chop seasoning.
And where can we buy that?
We can buy it at any local grocery store.
Beautiful.
Chef Marito, our favorite panko, criollo,
Naranja. And pork chop seasoning.
Pork chop
and the
seasoning.
pork chop. Now, one last question.
Pork chop seasoning.
Because you are an expert chef person and your family makes spices, Bert here, his nickname is Steak Face. because he's always sticking a steak in his face.
Steak face.
He's always trying to get free food. And
Not carne asada?
No, he orders a steak in places
Why doesn't he
because he's old, but he orders a steak in places like you would never order a steak, like the Claim Jumper.
dear.
You know? But if there was a seasoning for Bert's face, what would we use?
I think it would be the carne asada.
Yeah.
Just gonna.
Yeah.
All right, lay down.
All right.
Okay, so.
Oh, that was not smart. I forgot.
Going back
I have
to-
not shaved in a while.
Jesus,
that is
Matt.
not good.
You can't.
Oh, that's not
you
good.
can't buckle a thing onto your face and do an interview. Just pull it off. Oh! Yeah. All right, Lauren from Chef Benito, they're giving away sweet tickets, JD Martinez, bobblehead night, the Cubano sandwich because he's Cuban.
With the pork chop seasoning.
Nobody, I mean, none of these guys will even talk to us, but they all show up for Chef Benito to do stuff to cook and all that.
Exactly
What's the secret?
The secret sauce is Chef Merito.
See? Chef's in you.
That's right.
Lauren, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, we're going to give these away in this commercial break. 6 of them, courtesy of Lauren. How about a round of applause for Lauren and Chef Merito? We're also going to give away the sweet tickets that she brought with her. Stick around. We got one more break, and Jonas Knox,
bronzed and sugared,
local television celebrity, is going to join us next.
We'll be right back after this on the Petros and Money Summer Tour.
Do you know the question I get asked more than any other? Do you know? Let me tell you. I get asked 2 questions. One is, when are you retiring Fernando's number? And the second question is, why the hell haven't you retired Fernando's number? Well, let me explain why. As I said, when we got here, we really paid attention to the history, and that included honoring the policies that were in place. And one of those policies was, you all know it, that the only people whose numbers get retired, with one exception, are people who have already gotten into Cooperstown. And similarly, there was a policy that we're still not going to give his number out. So we honored that policy also. But from time to time, when the season's over, we get together, we sit down, we review our policies, and we see, is there time for a change? Is there a reason for a change? Can we make an exception? Should we make an exception? And so that's why I am really proud to announce today that this summer in 2023, we are officially and finally retiring Fernando's number. Fernando, number 34 is yours, will always be yours. No Dodger player will ever wear it again.
We are continuing to celebrate the great Fernando Valenzuela and his jersey retirement. Tonight is Fernando Valenzuela bobblehead giveaway night. And since breaking boxes is such a fascination on social media, how about we open up this Fernando Valenzuela bobblehead, a sneak peek into what the giveaway is tonight. El Toro on the back of the box. So here we go. I'm going to crack this one open. I'm going to do it very gently instead of just ripping it open like some people do. Petros usually eats the cardboard, but tonight I'm just going to take this out like this. Nice and easy. Here we go. First sneak peek at the great Fernando bobblehead giveaway. There it is. Oh, yeah, with that number 34. Oh, yeah, look, perfect. Boom, there it is.
Los Angeles. Big stage. When you want to talk LA sports, It's always been us.
Oh, baby.
With Dan Patrick at 6 a.m., Colin Cowherd at 9, Fred Rogan and Rodney Peete at noon, and Petros and Money at 3.
Go to the iHeart Radio app.
Nobody covers Los Angeles like us. Listen anywhere you are by telling your smart device, play AM 570 LA Sports on the iHeart Radio app.
It's right here.
The home of the Dodgers.
Sabemos que va a estar picante, pero ojalá y valga la pena y nos enchilemos.
Estoy aquí con Julio Urias. Julio, hoy lo que tenemos es 3 tacos que vamos a probar. I've heard that you love spicy food.
Vamos a ver, la verdad me gusta bastante picante, pero pues esperemos que valga la pena, obviamente, el picante.
Today we got Chef Christine that's going to bring us 3 different tacos for us to try and to taste test and see who can handle the hottest taco.
So the first one we have is a carne asada taco.
Sí pica, pero sí se puede aguantar más todavía.
The second taco is a carnitas.
No, sí está picante, pero sí le va muy bien con las carnitas, la verdad.
The last one, that's going to be the spiciest taco. It's our al pastor taco with Chef Burrito al pastor marinade, and on top of that is a lava salsa.
Perfecto, vamos a ponerle limón. Está picante. Bueno, pues ya probamos los tacos y la verdad sí estuvo un poquito picante, pero yo pienso que para hacer esto más divertido o más extremo, por así decirlo, tenemos que probar la salsa, pero con una cucharada.
Si te atreves, entonces.
Yo me atrevo, no sé tú, pero tú empiezas.
Yo empiezo, ¿cuál? La más picosa.
La que tú quieras.
Ok, pues esta. Your turn now. Your turn.
Se acabó el tiempo. Nos vemos.
The people, Petros Papadakis and Matt Money Smith.
And with me. Yeah! You're right. Small price. I wait long time for this. Yeah! Your fear make yes think. Everything. Yeah! What has happened to you?
I'm sorry, Dave.
Petros and Money, AM 570 LA Sports, live everywhere on the iHeart Radio app. We are going until like 20 minutes. Not even. Oh my God, we're late. 10 minutes from now, we're going to hand it over to Tim Cates for Dodgers on Deck. We got first pitch from the Galpin Motors broadcast booth coming up at 7 o'clock, but a very special Dodgers on Deck because we will play in its entirety the Fernando Valenzuela jersey retirement ceremony. You will hear it right here. We cannot wait for that to happen.
What's the problem?
I thought Jonas was pointing right at me.
No,
I was like, what did I do?
Dave Weiss, are you super butthurt about the balloons?
Yeah.
Like, is it that big of a deal?
I mean, you may as well get the fourth.
Is it really that big of a deal?
Yeah, may as well get the fourth.
You know, I mean, what? Listen, Weiss, is the great thing of great sports talk the fact that we're here amongst the people doing the show
for an extra half hour?
You got to get the fourth.
Or is it the stupid balloon arch? Like, is that really what's important? Or you want me to pop that one?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hold on, Matt.
Yeah.
Oh, you're here. Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah.
I wanted on that action. I want violence.
What were you going to do with the balloons when the show was over? Give them to the people. They can still have the flaccid scrotum. A big thank you to Jeannie Buss.
I wish the Petros and Money budget was as big as our balloon budget at the radio station. Nobody has a bigger effing balloon budget than we do.
The only thing we spend money on is balloons. Can we get an extra producer to help Cates who does 20 jobs? No. Can we get enough balloons to choke a pod of dolphins? Yes.
Yeah.
It's an amazing, amazing occurrence.
It really is.
Jeannie Buss was great.
Oh, she was amazing.
Don McClain was great.
Amazing.
Lauren from Chef Burrito was great and sugared and bronzed.
Sugared and bronzed.
And we have given away so many prizes that we've been unable to keep up, really.
We just gave away, Tim Cates was like pulling a weird COVID era, you guys touched that spice bag, so I can't give it away.
Yeah, it's like, put the baseball back.
Yeah, you got to cut it. Come on, yours already. So we gave away 6 spice bags, a pair of tickets in the suite, and a Westinghouse 4K HD TV. So heck of a break there for the people. And the young man.
What else do you want?
The young man who was so excited about the George Lopez tickets ends up winning the TV.
Yeah.
How about that? Been here since 1:30 p.m. and they win a TV.
How many fingers am I holding up? 4. Good.
4.
You can see.
Exactly right.
All right. That's unfortunate, but we'll
take it.
It's time for the final hour fun fact.
In effect, it's the hour 3.
To honor our hosts, the fine folks here at Tarantula Hill Brewing, we absolutely love them. It is an awesome establishment. There's a reason why we came back so soon after our debut performance. The name Tarantula was originally given to a spider living in southern Italy from the town of Taranto, where legend claimed the small species of spider had a fatal bite. And if you were bit, you had to dance until exhaustion.
Right, I remember
and that was the only way you would stay alive because the poison would be sweated from your body. Taranto.
Not like St. Vitus's dance, where you like
exactly
seizures.
I think it was the precursor to speaking in tongues. That's essentially what this was.
Pentecostal.
Very similar.
Okay, the guy sitting next to us here is Jonas Knox. Yeah, look at that. He's a radio star on Fox Sports Radio. You can hear him on AM 570 LA Sports from 3 to 6 every morning on Two Pros and a Cup of Joe.
Every damn night.
Starring Petros on Wednesdays at 5:20.
Yeah, Wednesday. With LeVar Arrington and Brady Quinn. What I really want is the 4 a.m. slot, but they won't let me.
Yeah, can you believe that?
Or maybe straight out the gate at 3A.
Oh, I love that.
Let me set the tone and share some topics to carry you guys for the next 3 hours.
Matt, you missed it because you were probably getting some sleep and you have a life, but he did break down while Brady Quinn looks like the Nutcracker because of his giant package when he walks through Pac-12 or Big Ten media.
And he's got a big head.
Yeah,
he's got a
giant
big head
too.
He's got a giant head and a
so there's
huge
that
package.
Yeah,
and
that
he
makes
just
sense.
glides,
Yeah, he does.
And it's like when the Nutcracker shows up and comes out of the clock. It's like dong, dong, and he's like, guess who? And then Brady Quinn comes out with his big dong just right next to Justin Wilcox's head while he's eating prime rib.
It's true.
Brady walks by and you're like,
It's
wow,
true.
look at that package.
It's true.
Who's the Rat King of the show?
What's that?
Well, it's me.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, clearly.
I'm on Wednesdays, but yeah, I'd like to do 3 in the morning, Matt, because then I could hey, I can go back to sleep and sleep the rest of the day.
Fair point.
No one will stop
But now
me.
it's 5:20.
Yeah,
and
now
I'm
you
stuck.
just go straight to yoga now.
I did.
Yeah.
I did do that this week. Somebody was like, when I walked into yoga, they're like, I heard you talking business on the phone.
Oh, listen.
Yeah, I was talking a little business.
How about that?
Anything happened this week? What's going on?
Nah, nothing. Just laying low, you
Now,
know?
I
No
noticed
drama.
that you did not wear your leathers.
No, it's too hot. I gotta show a little bit of range, all right? And so range for me is white V-neck, no leather jacket.
Gotcha.
Plunging.
But I mean, it's in the car. So if I gotta go to the bullpen, I'll go to the bullpen and bring out the leather jacket.
When'd you get the tattoo, Jonas?
A long time ago.
Like
horrible.
I was going to
horrible
say, because
idea.
I'm thinking barbed
It's
wire
terrible.
around the buy is
Terrible.
about like circa, that's like 90.
All right, so let me tell you, here's a fun fact.
Was that Pamela Anderson?
Yeah, so,
Right, barbed wire.
all right, but
I
hey,
did that soundtrack.
Hey, but you know what? Brian
terrible.
Urlacher didn't go all the way around underneath the arm, so at least I did.
Yeah, he's a
all right?
he's a bitch.
Yeah, so the place where I got this from is a place up north called Jimmy's Tattoos in Port Hueneme.
I've
been there for years.
Everybody loves Jimmy.
Right, been there for years.
Jimmy did my aloha monkey with the butthole, and it says aloha.
So if you go into Jimmy's Tattoos, they say there's one tattoo we'll give you for free, and it's O.J. Simpson's mugshot.
Nice.
So if anybody's short on cash, just head right up the 101. It's right there. You can go to Cowboys
get it.
training camp. I mean, and get it done. You know.
We could be there in 25 minutes.
So what year did you
Who's
get the barbed
coming
wire?
with me?
Probably 2000, something like that.
Were you super swole when you got it? Like,
pretty
dude,
swole.
shit. I know you're still swole, but
No.
I'm saying, like, you're like, I'm so swole, I gotta get
It was such a horrible idea.
Yeah.
And I look at it and I go, I just try and block it out of my mind. It's like being
Sorry I brought it
traumatized
up.
as a kid.
Why'd you get it removed?
Yeah. Dr. Tanoff.
It smells like bacon, but I heard it works pretty well.
Yeah, but isn't like 4 or 5 surgeries you got to get it done?
It's an intense, white hot pain.
Yeah. But listen, I look at it like this. Everybody's got a little douche in them at some point. I don't care who you are.
Not you, Jonas.
Okay. Right there, I wear mine like a badge of honor. That's my douche. So it is what it is.
Gotcha.
Not proud of it,
What's
but that
coming up
happens.
over here? What do we got over here?
That's another bad one too.
Oh, no! Come on!
That's my dog's.
Come on.
That's my dog's paw print.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's how bad that is.
Okay.
Well, that's not that bad.
Yeah,
Kind of cute. Oh, that's great. great.
He's a bull mastiff.
Let me see.
Yeah, bull mastiff.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
With a tribal around
Yeah,
it.
can you
That's what I was
believe
gonna
that?
say. You got the
Yeah,
tribal
told you.
too.
So
wow.
that's 2 level. That's phase 2 douche.
This is
right
great.
here.
Tribal.
Yeah.
Barbed wire.
Yeah, I haven't.
And now you know why I wear the leather jacket all the time. See? It all makes sense. It all ties together.
Poorly.
It all ties together.
All I have is an Asian chick with some knives. Like, I feel great about this.
By the way, speaking of which, I think you missed one. Weiss, we got some here.
Does it surprise you, like like we feel like we need balloons to do great sports talk?
I just love it. You know my favorite part about it is your guys' Jack Ruby technique. Like, hey, Oswald, and you're just going straight for it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no machete, there's no this, it's just this.
And Oswald is like this. Just forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Just wearing it.
And I love all the cops around him are like,
whoa!
How about that? What do you know? Took a gut shot, did he?
Oh, man.
That's going to happen to me at one of these shows.
You're even Oswald? Hey, Oswald.
Just get shot.
Oh, man.
There's nothing better.
What happened to your partner? I took a gut shot at Tarantula Hill.
He was gut shot running gym in the 805. All right, Jonas, did you hear the Genie Bus interview? Did you glean anything from it?
So here's...
Because you're going to go on Monday and be like, hey, well, you have a show tomorrow, don't you?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, so I have no life. That's what I do. But here's what I understood about the Genie Bus interview. I think that she's way too nice for both you guys. She's such a sweetheart.
That was badgering. That was badgering the witness.
And you guys were asking her about, all sorts of stuff. By the way, here's why I don't watch that show. Whatever that show is.
Winning Time.
Yeah,
Winning Time.
But who cares? All right, win this. Here's why I don't watch the show.
Why not?
I can't get around the fact that Pat Riley was the pianist.
Oh, Adrian Brody.
I can't.
Yeah.
Because I just see the pianist. I see him looking and somebody's getting thrown over a balcony in a wheelchair.
The pianist?
Yeah, the pianist. Whatever.
I thought you were trying to make a point like, I don't like that movie. No pianist.
No, it's a great movie, but when I see him, I go, all right, that makes sense.
Lifetime. Yeah, no, that's fair. Although, like John C. Reilly as Dr. Bus, it's like, comedic actor. They've done a Genie loves it. I'd like to point out, Jonas, because you know him, our boss is so upset right now. Like, Don is so pissed off right now. He's really, really upset about this.
Isn't this supposed to be Kate's backdrop coming up soon?
Pretty much. Hey, Kate's has got a show to do too, you two a-holes.
Hey, this looks great. This looks a little like hey, Tim, what's this? Hey, what do you got? Whoa. All right.
Okay.
This is important. This is important.
Now. What time is our hour?
Hey, haven't you ever seen The Who?
24.
They wreck all their instruments.
No.
Hey, Bert, you're lucky we don't wreck all this stuff and just throw your stuff out the window. I'm going to get Bert's board and just hurl it into the stove.
On a straight and narrow.
Matt, we have the announcement to make.
We do. Here we go. Let's do it.
Are you ready for the big announcement?
Oh, yeah.
The 5th and final Petros and Money Summer Tour stop.
Hey, Oswald!
Oh, no! You got to drink it. It's next Friday. Next Friday. We will be back at the Vans headquarters in Costa Mesa. Yeah! 1 week from today. Giving away 10 grand. Dude, you got it on the window.
Yeah!
I don't know what time it is.
Vans headquarters.
Vans headquarters, Costa Mesa. 1 week from today, if you're here.
3 o'clock.
Hit that QR code. Register to win $10,000.
Yeah!
Coming up next, Tim Cates. Dodgers on deck.
I know, I'm sorry.
That happens.
When I see Jonas, I feel like, I'm with a crime boss in a 90s movie. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming. Bless you all.
Clear. Thank you, guys.
Check out this crazy groove.